Hey, it's Russ Payton with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Fist, Freelance Infantry Strike Team here at RPPR Actual Play. This is a relatively new RPG that I got recently from a itch.io bundle. I forgot which one. One of the
I'm not sure
ones.
either. I think they also, I don't know if it's still going on, but aren't they doing a game jam or did one recently?
They did one recently, I believe. It may still be going on. This is a game of Paranormal Mercenaries. And I actually bought the print version of it from Exalted Funeral. It is a 30-page little, well, not even 30-page, 25 little page book. But, you know, obviously it's PDF too. And this scenario is called Red City. I'm running an adapted version of Red City from a supplement, a PDF supplement called Fingers. Fingers is freelance infantry's nascent guarantee for the eradication of revenant subjects. It's a mission pack by Richard Kelly for Fist by E. Everett Dutton. And so, yeah, Red City, I've modded the hell out of it because it's a very brief mission, but I like the basic idea of it. So, yeah, you are all our player characters tonight are mercenaries, paranormal mercs, working for a private organization that civilians hire to take care of problems. This is going to be set in the here and now instead of the 80s because, why not? But you know, weird stuff's rolling around. So I will just pick a player and they will introduce themselves and then their character. So starting with Thad.
Oh God. Hi, it is Thad here. Hello. My character's name is Psycho Blast Man. He is of the Avenger role because he has sworn to destroy the organization that created him, although he's not actually sure which organization that was. It's a little unclear, but that's fine. He is full of rage and carries an ultra shotgun and is, you know, sort of short-fused and violent, and can also, via his henshin ability, transform into bomb form, and if he wants to, explode.
Sorry, what was your character's role? Was it Punk?
No, it's Avenger.
Okay.
He has sworn to destroy the non-specific organization that created him.
So
he's
first
not
he's
sure
got to
who
find
they.
them. Yeah.
Got to figure out. Hey, so mostly that has this far in his life been attacking evil organizations, grabbing someone who's like wearing glasses or carrying a clipboard or it seems smart and being like, "Did you make me?" And if they say that they didn't, then he kills them anyway and moves on to the next one.
I mean, they were an evil organization, so yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Win-win, right?
Yeah. Next up, we have Aaron. Tell us about your character.
Oh, hey, this is Aaron. I am playing a character who is only is only described as red/blue. So, red-blue. He is on the Crusader path because his primary trait is that he is a synthetic android, so made to look human, but is not a real boy. And is wandering the highways and byways trying to help out whomever he can. So until he came into a fist at some point. So he's picked up. He does have one it's like one part of inventory, which is a prototype railgun that he disguises as a guitar. So
nice. Very good.
God. You know I was going to do it. Ooh. But he also does have, he's similar to Psycho Blast Man in that he does have a similar henshin ability, but he just becomes far more armored and forceful. So, but that's only for specific things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I should post my character sheet in chat.
Yeah. And next up, we have Chris. Please tell us about your character.
Yeah, it's me. I'm the guy. All right, so my dude's code name is Rush, and he's a gangly young kind of guy. Red hair, dressed a bit unorthodoxly, kind of a straw boater hat, suspenders, no shoes, has an aversion to shoes, equipped with the slingshot. He is he's not a fan of school. He's not a fan of the authorities in general. Yeah, it's like his big thing is like trying to take down, as long as he takes down anything he perceives to be like a function of the police or some sort of authoritarian overreach of government, That's how he gets his juice. So and he has two superpowers. His first superpower, which is called improvisation in the book, he is able to grab any object around him, improvise it, and turn it into a missile, which will instantly kill anyone. Then,
Nice.
Then, throughout his many adventures, he's become close to death. Death, and as we understand it, as the figure. So, if for some reason Rush happens to die, or if someone he's working with dies, he is able to summon death and make a bargain with death. And if I agree to the bargain, the person or myself gets resurrected. However, I must fulfill death's challenge within a certain time frame. For if I do not, we will both then die.
I really hope Death's challenge is like Legends of the Hidden Temple or something.
I mean, it may be right now. We'll find out. And of course, finally, we have David. Please tell us about your character.
Hi, everyone. I'm Bendy. And that's, yeah. I am a contortionist / sharpshooter gladiator who is seeking to emulate that great hero from the past, the Bendy Shoot Man, Doc Holliday, who was skitty and very, very good with a gun.
Yeah,
and a dentist, which I am 2 of those things. But not all 3 of those things. And so I am trying to be as good as I can at being 2 of those things.
Very good. So
I may be shooting people's teeth out at a distance, like
weed.
Yeah, obviously. Your organization Fist is a mercenary company, but not hired. But it's A-team rules. You are hired by the downtrodden and the weak and the people who need help from evil organizations and governments and whatnot. So. And you are hired because you go into Fist because that's the only organization that tolerates weirdos such as all of you. Well, there's another organization called Cyclops, which is your opposite. And that's the one hired by the evil organizations that employs.
Oh, I hate them. Maybe they're the ones who made me.
They always have their eye on us.
They really do.
Only the one.
In terms of game mechanics, this game uses a Powered by the Apocalypse-esque 2d6 resolution system. Characters have 4 attributes, and most of them start out very low: forceful, creative, tactical, and reflexive. But the characters have low attributes, but they start out with 2 traits. They can pick them or roll them randomly out of a list of 100, and these are, pretty powerful traits, it turns out, in certain circumstances, like morbid, allowing, a rush to bring someone back from the dead. Characters only start with 6 hit points on average. Most weapons do 1d6 damage on average, so one single attack could kill your character. When you get to 0 hit points, you are dead.
Oh no.
Yeah, so, and it doesn't take very long to come back or to make a new character. So if your character dies and Morbid's unable to save you, I mean, yeah, we can keep throwing grist into the mill as reinforcements. So if there's no questions about the system, we'll get started. So all of you have been hired by the large citizens. Well, a large group of people who have all people who live in cities.
Wait, are we doing Seven Samurai? Did the town come together to hire us?
Several cities in Kazakhstan, and also a lot of people who are families of explorers, photographers, and other people have hired you because a lot of people have gone missing in a remote area in Kazakhstan, and you have been the highlight is the shuttle graveyard. The Soviet Union had a space shuttle program in the 1980s, which they set up a massive hangar in the deserts of Kazakhstan and then abandoned at the end of the Cold War. But lights have been seen on there, groups of people, and some of the people who have gone missing have been spotted. All of them have been spotted heading to this particular site. Your mission is to find out what has happened, and if you can find any of these people, that would be great. But your main mission is to find out what is happening at the shuttle graveyard. So as we begin, you are parachuting in. That is the fastest way to deliver you. So you receive this message through basically, heavily encrypted emails, and you've all traveled individually. So we'll begin in the plane as a Russian era or Soviet era cargo plane is flying overhead about 10 clicks away from the shuttle graveyard. It is night, and the plane is running without lights on because the vehicles have been spotted, possibly military vehicles, although the Russian military is not active in the area, at least anything that has been traceable to the Russian government or the Kazakhstan. Obviously, the Kazakhstani government has not had anything to do with this abandoned site for years, decades. So, we'll just start before you drop. It's just the four of you. Your pilot, is a contractor. You don't know if they're a member of FIST or not, but they don't seem to give a shit.
Just a man named Hans.
Just a man named Hans, exactly. He grunts. My job is to pick you up and to drop you over the site, and then to go back. If you want an extraction, no. I cannot. I will not land the plane. You will have to arrange your own extraction. I'll just say everyone can sort of come up with one detail about the mission, or ask me a question about the briefing, and bring that up to the other. So everybody knows something unique about what's going on, about their mission parameters, like where the extraction zone is, things that have been happening, or about other characters. I'll say all of you have verified that each of you has worked for FIST or works for FIST, so you don't trust each other. But I'll leave it up to you whether you know each other or not. So we'll start with Bendy. What do you know? What do you want to know about the mission that has not been told to you so far?
Is this directly related to Cyclops or not?
It is unknown, but there is the fact that there's no evidence with this many people indicates
kind of points towards Cyclops.
Kind of points to it not being Cyclops. The Cyclops tends to act in ways where there is a direct profit motive, luring an unknown number of people to an abandoned site in the middle of the desert over a bunch of rusted, space program infrastructure, is not really fit any of their known MOs. If it is Cyclops, it would be very surprising. So you know that. Are you going to? Do you know any of the other characters here?
Yeah, I've worked with Rush before.
Okay.
Like he and I did the Bangkok job.
Okay, so
you remember fisting things?
Up job.
Yeah, we fisted things in Bangkok together.
Yeah. Somehow I knew that joke was coming.
Okay, where have you been fisting things?
All right. Rush, what do you want to know about the job?
Okay, here, let me put on my thinking cap here. Serious question. Okay. Do we have any reason to believe that there are paranormal happenings that are at the foot of this mystery?
Yes, actually. You believe the reason why this is also not just a missing persons case, but it is known that the Soviet, in the 80s, the Soviet Union engaged in a lot of research into what you would call weird science, things that have led to, people like you being around, and research everything from flatlining, killing people and bringing them back to ask them what they see, to...
You calling me weird, boy?
Yeah. I mean...
'Cause I am.
Yeah, it's true. To secret projects of the space program, like they were going for, well, a metaphorical moonshot and possibly a real moonshot, because they knew things. They were losing ground to the American, to the West, and so they needed something big. So they gambled on a lot of things in order to make big gains, internationally speaking. And obviously, it didn't pay off. So there could be some unusual, unnatural shit there going on there.
It'd be funny to me if like this is an alternate timeline where the Russians blew up the moon before the Americans could land on it just because there's no moon cheap.
The Piccolo solution.
Well, technically that did happen, but somebody with a quantum stabilizer suit fixed it, and so it didn't happen.
So the space around Earth is both filled with moon shrapnel, and also the moon is fine.
Occasionally, there's ghost moon fragments that land in this reality. Yeah.
Earth just has a ring around it.
Fragments.
Yeah.
They power reactors that we're not supposed to talk about.
Yeah, there's a lot you're not supposed to talk about. So, so Red Blue, what do you want to know about the job?
Are there any possible? What is our possible? What's our exit strategy? What are our safe? That's like areas of egress.
There is a friendly city, 35 clicks to the southwest, but there is also about 5 kilometers. There should be a hidden emergency shelter with some vehicles. Land vehicles. There's also, you can get access to a radio. There is a helicopter pilot you could ask, who is on standby. Now the pilot, ETA depends. None of you are carrying a radio that can get to them, right now. So you'd have to commandeer an existing radio, but the pilot could get there within an hour. Or probably maybe even sooner if you're really, make a really good roll to convince them to take some risks. But the shelter was built by drug traffickers, and then Fist took out the drug traffickers. So they know the Soviets would not know about it. No one would know about that except for you guys. So like there's cars and motorcycles and things like that. So it's about 5 clicks away from the site, and in fact you could try and get dropped off near it so you could get some vehicles to get there sooner, because otherwise you're walking the 10 clicks. So that's up to you. But yeah, so you know that. And then finally, Psycho Blast Man. What do you want to know about the job?
Let's see. You said there was were there like paranormal rumors about this place?
I mean, in general, you do know that this is like a classified Soviet space program site. The shuttle was never finished. There were a lot of rumors, according to intel, of there were launches in the 80s, or like bright lights were seen at certain nights in the 80s. There were ghost stories and sighting weird lights in the distance. People think it's haunted. At least people that live near the site. The Soviets, of course, the records have been sealed away or were destroyed. So you don't know exactly what happened. I would say it is possible that there might be some scavengers. It is known that there are scavengers in the area who, get copper wiring and whatnot and bring it in for money. And, where some of you've been given, GPS coordinates for some of their shacks. So if you want to make a detour, you could try and go to one of these scavengers and see what they would know. They would be your man on the ground, assuming they haven't been compromised already. Yeah. That is all you know. So is anybody talking about anything before you reach your drops, before you reach the drop point? Actually I'll just let's see here. Red Blue, what are you doing as you're waiting to reach the drops point?
I am checking on the basically just going through the making sure all the parts for my railgun are set, while simultaneously tuning it, because it is also a functional guitar as well. So sitting there just playing it, not really a mournful tune, but just a slower piece as we're coming in over our drop zone.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And let's see here. What about you, Rush? What are you doing as you're waiting for the drop point?
Well, I'm a bit of a shiftless layabout. Unless I'm directly directed to do things, I am more apt to lean rather than clean. So
Yeah.
I am resting. I'm kipping somewhere.
All right. In the noisy ass cargo plane, somehow you're able to sleep.
Yes, well, I learned it in the many adventures I've had.
Get sleep when you can. Very good.
Yeah.
All right. And Bendy, what about you?
Yeah, I'm just making sure that all of my speed loaders are loaded and put into the many pouches on my skin tight suit, and making idle conversation with whoever happens to be closest. I think that's Psycho Blast Man.
Hmm?
You seem like a very well-adjusted fellow. So what do you think we're going to run into? Aliens? Robots? Alien robots?
I don't know. Probably something with huge
Werewolves?
guts. Gonna rip and tear those huge guts.
Like, I remember the last time when it was alien werewolf robots, and that one was actually kind of fun.
I mean, there might have been alien technology at the secret organization that made me, so maybe this will be involved, and I can finally destroy them.
Does that require you to literally detonate yourself?
It's not a requirement; it's an option.
Which seems
You
like
may
a
want
mess
to blow
action.
yourself up in the end because, when your enemies are dead, it's kind of like, what do you do? What do you do?
I don't know. I've been
Make new
rebuilt
enemies,
lots of
I guess?
times. I've been rebuilt lots of times. It's fine.
All right. So you've all the red light goes on. It's the drop point. Your pre-agreed place where that's where you're gonna none of you need to roll to parachute out. You've done it 100 times before. It's just a walk in the park. But in the distance, as the plane drops, flies. It is a clear night. Light cloud cover. Clouds can the moonlight can be dramatically hidden at certain times by clouds, but perhaps not. You can see in the distance. You are within sight of this place. It is a massive structure. A huge box in the distance. Just a from photos. You've seen photos of the interior. There is it looks a bit like the space shuttle, but heavily rusted out and broken. But there are lights flickering inside the structure, which they should not be. But there are, and some of you perhaps spot shapes moving across the desert they're too big to be human from this distance. So vehicles of some kind. It is, but it is not too windy. It is not too. The desert is very flat, so it's easy to land on. All of you land, and no one challenges you. Either they don't have radar, or they don't care. So, or they don't have any anti-air. No, you don't see any vehicles approaching you. Your position.
It's okay. My parachute was camouflage, so they clearly couldn't see me.
That's true. That's 100% true. So
I was thinking that instead of a parachute, we had, wingsuits.
No, Fist doesn't have that kind of money. It is definitely a parachute.
No.
Also, they did have there was a wingsuit division, but most of them kept running into turbines.
Yeah. I would say there's no wingsuit trait, but that would definitely be a kind of thing that you would have to have a trait for. So yeah, it's definitely a parachute. The cool thing that you have are your traits. That's it. That's what you're gonna live or die by. You have some options now. You can make a beeline straight for the site. It looks like it. You would guess that all of the activities focused on the building itself. This remote, they're not really. Whoever's running there probably isn't too concerned with intruders, because you don't see any checkpoints, you don't see any infrastructure, you don't see, even fences. So yeah, they just assume it's too remote for anyone else to reach, or they don't give a shit. Or you could go to the vehicle site where there are some vehicles for you to get, which would certainly make travel a lot faster, but obviously much more detectable. And then there's also a scavenger shack you can head to as a slight detour. So, what are you all thinking?
Well,
I
I'm
think
thinking
vehicles.
that
Loud is
vehicles-
the way to go.
That's it.
Vehicles?
If nothing else, well, we definitely need a mode to where we can strike fast and then and then fade.
Okay.
I mean, also, I'm completely useless at being sneaky, but I do get a bonus anytime I do loud and violent things.
I like PB's way of thinking. We do it his way, I say.
All right. So you head out to, you march about 5 clicks. It doesn't take you too long. You've all done a bit of marching in your days. And you quickly come to the site, which is one of the few hills, but there is a concealed door that you've given instructions on. Unfortunately, though, the keypad does not work. And it is a steel door, so someone's going to have to do something in order to open the door.
Okay. Well, is there a vent?
No, there is no vent. This is a solid... Yeah, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was saying, is the keypad powered, or is there anything?
It is. Well, it should have power. It doesn't have power. Is the problem.
Okay.
Oh.
Could I potentially, since I am a synthetic, do a tactical roll to link in and provide it power for my own
You
subsystems?
sure can.
Let's see. So
Here
that's
you
going to be yep. 2d6 plus 1.
Yeah. Very
All right.
well.
Yep. No. Absolutely.
All right. Yeah. You open up the door, and you are able to.
That's good. I was just going to try and shoot it.
Yeah, the vehicles were right behind the door too, so that
would have been effective too.
It probably would have worked, but.
Ooh, what are our vehicle options?
Oh yeah.
All right, so there's 3 vehicles inside. There are 3 types of vehicles. There are. I would say there are 2 motorcycles, a motorcycle with a sidecar, and then there is a flatbed truck. Or like a truck, well, like a flatbed with like clearly it's meant to be like the kind of like deuce and a half kind of like this carries a bunch of infantry to one place. Like there's benches in the back. So yeah, so the motorcycles will obviously be the stealthiest. The motorcycle sidecar would also be pretty stealthy, or you could all go in the truck. So yeah, those are the options.
Are we like trying to extract anything or haul people away or anything?
That would be nice if you can. Your primary mission is to find out what the fuck's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
It's a possibility that we could take the truck, hide it near the area, and then use the use the motorcycles for infiltration, and then it would be nearby necessary if we had any hostages to rescue.
Okay, yeah, and you can load the motorcycles into the truck with a bit of work.
Why does the truck
Or
say
we can just, have one person drive the truck, one person drive a motorcycle with a sidecar, and then have everybody else just in motorcycles. And then, truck driver hops in sidecar and we go the rest of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Who's driving the truck?
Oh, not it. Motorcycle. Single motorcycle. Psycho Blast Man rides alone.
All right. All right.
I'll drive the Red Blue will drive the truck. So,
all right, and I will pick up Red Blue with my sidecar.
Okay.
why does the truck say Dahir and Sod?
Oh damn, that would be a fucking killer truck. Literally, you would die driving it. Dahir and Sod's very good. So do you head? It sounds like your plan was to go near, like within 2 clicks of the site, try and hide the truck somewhere, and then use the motorcycles to get in close to the site.
Yeah, that seems like the plan.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Someone should figure out who is going to figure out where the best place is to do that.
Does anybody else have tactical besides me?
No.
Nope.
Nah, I'm creative. That's for diplomacy, deceit, and psionics.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
So I guess I'm figuring out the plan,
creative
so.
could also work. It is deceitful to hide a vehicle. So
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, all right, I'll
Ooh,
give it a swing.
All right.
Ooh, I have a -1 to that. Let me see what my idea is.
No. Well, it sounds like they're listening to Rush for this one. So Rush, go ahead and give me a roll.
Okay, 1d6, yeah?
2d6.
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 Plus
the
whatever your
attribute.
bonus is.
Damn. What's your bonus?
Do I have my creative score to that?
Yes.
Okay, that'd be +1 then. So that'd be a total of 9.
Okay. Very good. So that is a partial success. So you do what you want to. You realize that the only the compromise is that it's still pretty far. So it's going to be, you can get the truck within 4 kilometers. There is a ditch that you see that would hide it perfectly.
So we could hide it poorly closer, or we could hide it very well at the ditch.
Well, you can hide it. Well, that's the thing. The only other place is like hide it behind a building at the edge of the site, which is really close. And you better hope that they don't notice a truck rolling in from the who knows where. You don't know. You like there are people might see the truck come in. Like there's one building you could possibly, like, if you drive in a straight line behind that building, maybe no one will see you come. But you know there's some sort of storage shed at the very edge of the site you can see, and maybe you can get the truck there, but that's extremely risky. Or you could have it 4 kilometers away, 4 clicks away, and drive the motorcycles in all the way. It just means if you lose the motorcycles, you're running for a long time to get back to your truck.
Yeah, makes sense.
So too close, so too far or too close, basically. Rush, I'm going to say it's your call. You're the one who comes up with the plan. So too close or too far?
Let's go with too close.
Ooh.
All right. So
let's make it exciting.
Yeah, no. So basically, Rush's plan is that everyone's in a single file. Basically, you're hoping that there's one storage shed at the edge of the site that if you drive right behind it, it kind of provides cover. And if nobody's looking that way, and if you have your headlights out, then everybody will. Then probably you can get pretty close to the site and then check it all out. So, who's driving the truck?
I am.
All right, this is definitely going to be a reflexive roll.
I don't have any bonuses, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
And that is a failure.
Yep.
So, yeah, basically, you do see some lights pointing your way, and a armored vehicle. You see headlights pop on in the distance. So it starts driving down the road. There's some sort of headlighted vehicle headed your way. What are you going to do?
I can distract him.
Well, it's Red Blue's actions. I mean, you could say that, obviously, but yeah.
We need a distraction.
Okay.
It's like this vehicle is very
Revving my
difficult to drive.
motorcycle.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can distract. I can help too. What are we doing? Let's do it.
Okay.
My distraction is I'm going to drive up and shoot them and drive away.
All right, Psycho. That also sounds like reflexive.
Like less of a distraction and more.
I'm riding with them.
Are you in the? Let's see. What are you driving? Are you driving a separate motorcycle, Rush?
I'm a single motorcycle.
Okay.
You're a single motorcycle. Damn it! Can I piggyback?
No, Psycho Blastman rides alone.
Fine.
No, you. What are you? What vehicle are you in, Rush?
Yeah, because Aaron was driving
I
the
don't
other, so
think
you
we
would.
established this.
Okay.
Well, no, you would be. Oh no, wait. Yeah. No, I don't know. That's fine.
So
I think we went too far ahead.
Yeah. So Rush is let's see here.
Wait, if Bendy is driving the motorcycle with the sidecar, then I assume Rush would just be on another single motorcycle.
Yeah, you're both on motorcycles, so you can go as well too, Rush. So
hot damn.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just want to make sure. So all right.
Okay, yeah.
So both of you give me reflexive rolls.
All right.
Go ahead.
Would you qualify what I am doing as loud, bloody, and violent.
Yes, definitely.
Excellent. That means I get to roll 3d6 and take the best 2.
Rush, you roll 2d6, so roll another d6.
Okay.
It's 2d6.
Do you want me to use the dice bot or?
Oh, that's still a failure.
That's not that ain't good.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I should tell you this. I never got my motorcycle license.
I mean, if you want, I can just use the dice bot. I just like my physical dice.
Okay. So the well, yeah, let's find out what psychoblastment is. Yeah, this definitely, yeah. Roll 3d6 and pick the best 2. So
Okay, 7.
all right.
So partial success.
Partial success. All right. So the partial, and you were trying to be a distraction, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Well,
I was going. My specific plan was to drive up, shoot their vehicle, and drive off.
Okay. So you definitely do that. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. My ultra shotgun does 2d6 damage. So 2d6. Plink.
That has 2 armor too. So it is an armored fighting vehicle. It is technically it looks like a modified. Let's see here. BMD-2, a 1980s Soviet-era armored fighting vehicle. It has a cannon. So, because you all recognize every military vehicle ever made because you're soldiers. Yeah, know that stuff.
Whatever.
Yeah. So, you shoot at it. It plinks off the armor, and it's going to definitely fire its cannon at you. It's going to fire its cannon at it's partial success. It's going to be an area attack for both of you. So it's using explosive rounds, high explosive. Frag rounds on its light cannon. So both of you make another reflexive to avoid damage.
Okay. Anytime I'm rolling something, it either qualifies for my rage bonus or I do it at a disadvantage. So let me know which it would be.
This is still loud, bloody, and violent. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll basically what it is I roll 3d6 each time, and it just determines whether I take the 2 best or the 2 worst.
Okay.
All right. 8. Woo.
All right. So you avoid the damage. So the vehicle does 4 damage. 6 damage to morbid. The morbid.
Oh my god!
Do you have
already, huh?
Yeah. Do you have any armor?
No, of course not. I don't have any boots on.
Okay. You have boots.
I'm a character, Ross.
I'm gonna give you boots for free. So you can die with him on. So we'll get to your action next round because you're going to be making a deal with death, I imagine.
Yeah.
Can you only do that once per game?
Yeah. No, I think it's a new challenge every round. So I'm just going to make it harder every time. So meanwhile,
how many times can you come back?
Bindi, you do have a sniper rifle. You do see someone at the turret of this armored fighting vehicle. So you can make you can snipe at them.
Okay. And here's the thing. I am all about the trick shots. So as a sharpshooter, one of my special skills is that I can do 0 damage if I am aiming to shoot a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if I hit him directly in the trigger finger, I will do no physical damage, but I will take that finger off. And that's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, you shoot his finger off. The commander does not flinch, actually, like a person. The finger shot off. They cannot use the cannon next round, but they do not act like any person you've shot before in the finger, which I imagine is more than a few.
All the time.
Yeah. So,
well, that's how you get good at it, is you practice.
It is how you get good, in fact. So finally, red, blue, you have the truck. If you give me a forceful check, you could just hit the pedal to the metal and guide the truck. Well, I mean, your cover's been blown, so you're not going to be able to hide it against the building because they're already shooting at you all. So, but you're driving the big truck. What are you going to do?
Is the from where I have the truck? Is it right in front of me?
Well, the armored fighting vehicle's a ways off. The other two went on their motorcycles to go up ahead to distract it. So
okay, do I have it? Can I see it in the clearing, or is
it's a flat desert. This area is all flat desert around you. So yeah, you can definitely see it because it has headlights on.
All right. Well, actually, I'm going to take a shot at it because I have my railgun.
Okay. Yeah.
So we'll see if we can do it. So I lean up, let it unfold from its guitar mode.
Yeah.
Which it does a melodic strum.
Well, this is definitely reflexive then. Yeah.
Okay. So. Although, actually, that being said, if I wait a turn, could I possibly utilize it and I take my time to do that? Would I give it a chance of, well, I guess that would be aim in there instead of actual tactical then. So never mind. So, all right, we'll just try it this way and see if I can do it. Nope, that's a fail.
All right. The shot goes wide. Wait, don't you have +1 or no, that's tactical, not reflexive. Yeah.
That's tactical, not reflexive.
All right, your shot goes wide.
Okay.
And yeah, so we're at the new round. So Morbid, what does death look like? Or sorry, Rush, what does death look like?
Oh, Rush, Death looks like a little 8-bit pixel, Reaper, like you saw in, like, Ghost and Goblins, he's like that little guy. I mean, he's not 8-bit in real life, but just like, he's, he would have, very, very stereotypical, but, much shorter than you'd think. So, he scuttles on up to me, and he talks to me in his chilling, icy voice.
Yes.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hello, Rush. A long time no see. I'm
the guy.
The people in this base, they're not alive, and they're not dead. I don't like that. You should be on one side or the other. So, I'll tell you what. You get out one of them, and destroy their body entirely so they can't stand back up again. And I'll let you live. I'll give you to the rest of the night. But if you die again, well, you'll have to chop up more people. But just chop up one into tiny little bits. Burn their body. Make sure nothing's left behind. And we'll give you a mulligan on this one. Sound good?
Absolutely. I've been waiting to have a blood feast.
Excellent. So that'll take your round as you're coming back from the dead. What does that look like to other people around you? No one can affect you. The enemy's not going to be able to hurt you. But like, what does it look like?
It's just you just see a body on the ground. Okay. Not even like eyes twitching. Not even like REM sleep stuff.
Nice. All right. Let's see. Your Psycho Blast Man.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm going to. Since the turret guy's finger has been shot off, I find him not interesting. So I'm going to spin the motorcycle around again, and I'm going to drive directly at the vehicle and shoot at the driver, despite the fact that they are armored.
Okay, yeah. I'll let you choose whether that's forceful or reflexive.
It doesn't matter. I have 0 for both.
Okay. It's definitely not creative or tactical, yeah.
No.
It's very bloodthirsty, though.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? I would say you do realize if you can get on top of the a vehicle, you could shoot into it and bypass the armor. Okay. All right.
No, that armor has angered me.
All right. You had to prove your. Yeah.
It absorbed the blast of my ultra shotgun, and that cannot be allowed to stand.
Yeah.
11.
Oh, damn. That's a crit. So, yeah.
What does crit mean in this game?
Fuck it. Double damage. So roll 46 plus 4.
All right. I don't have a bonus to damage.
Okay, so it's just 46. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Come on, dice.
So you're guaranteed to bypass at least some of the armor. It's gonna be very good. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
All right, so the vehicle is destroyed. You can narrate how it happens.
Well, I as I said, I do just a hairpin turn on the motorcycle, and for some reason, my ultra shotgun is also lever action, so I spin it like Brewster Cogburn, just one hand spinning the lever action, drive straight at them while screaming, and fire at the last second before I just skid right past them with just, a spray of blood and armor hitting me as I drive past.
Oh yeah, by the way, Rush, what was your bonus? More hit points or more?
Let's see here.
You get a
improvise gave me an extra point creativity, but the morbid maybe have 2 fewer max HP.
No. He meant
okay,
the.
So you got the 1d.
Okay.
He got plus 1d6 and rolled it.
Oh, gotcha.
HP. Yeah. Okay. So the vehicle's been destroyed. The commander's thrown out of it. Let's see here. Bendy, you can either try to see if there's any other threats coming up with a tactical check, or you can shoot at the commander who's prone on the ground.
I'm just going to shoot at the commander who's prone on the ground, because that sounds more my, what's the word? Idiom.
Mm-hmm.
Do. That's a 9.
All right, roll damage. Yeah. All right.
7.
Commander has been, shot somewhere in the head, I would imagine.
I like the idea of as I blow past the armored vehicle and the commander's pitched through the air, like Bendy actually shoots the commander in the head before they land.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because I am trying to be, Doc Holliday, I just shot him in the mouth and said, "Smile."
Let's see.
Snatch the teeth out of the air as I was driving past. I've got a sidecar. I'm going to fill it with teeth.
So let's see here. Red, blue. Let's see. You missed your shot. Are you going to get the truck? Are you going to continue on forward, or are you going to look for threats, or what are you going to do?
I'm gonna take a brief moment to scan for threats and see if anything else is coming up on my sensors. So,
all right. Definitely tactical.
Yep. That will be 7. So partial success.
Yeah, 7. There's definitely, basically, as you're getting near, you can see some figures moving in the distance in the buildings as you're getting closer to the edge of the site. Towards that storage shed. So you realize if you drive the truck to where you were originally planning to, you could jump out and you'd have some cover from fire, or you could go laterally and use the wreckage of the fighting vehicle as cover. But either way, you're going to it looks like there's going to be some people on foot who are taking up positions against you. And they're gonna. Okay. You don't know when they're gonna start. When you're in range of their shots or weapons, but if you just stay out here, you're on open ground. So you need to get to cover soon. So are you gonna drive the site, or are you gonna stay at a distance?
We're gonna go stay at a distance right now, and go ahead and utilize the wreckage of the fighting vehicle to go ahead and give us some cover for the truck.
Okay. So you pull the truck up alongside of the infantry fighting vehicle, or its wreckage. So new round, Rush. You get up. You're quite alive again. You
I need to roll 1d6 to figure out how much I revived with.
Okay.
According to the skill, 4 hit points.
All right, you got 4 hit points. So 4 hit points in a dream. So
there's that headshot commander there if you want to start cutting him into pieces.
There is a headshot commander there, and you can see that they're up close. They look partially mummified, desiccated, but they're still moving around. Like, this is clearly a person who should be dead and not moving and not commanding a 1980s armored vehicle. So
there is magic afoot here.
So what are you going to do this round? You can
shotgun magic.
Take cover behind the vehicle. You could try and scavenge the vehicle to see if there's any weapons or anything you want. Or you could sneak up to get to cover at the edge of the site, or chop up the commander.
Where am I in relation to the nearest threat, like actual active threat?
You Red Blue, I assume, points out or sort of like points, has pulled the truck up next to where you are. You died near the infantry fighting vehicle. You were thrown clear of your motorcycle, which is a little ways back. So up ahead, you can see the edge of the site with multiple buildings, and you would guess there are going to be some people taking up positions there. So it's up. The nearest threat is up there somewhere, but it's dark and you're on foot, so you don't really have a great view. Well,
okay, heroics got me into this situation, so the inverse must get me out of it. So yes, I will take cover.
Okay, so you take cover. You can do one more thing: either start chopping up the body or start looking for supplies.
Weapons. I guess I chop up the body.
All right. So you start chopping up the body with your free knife. Everyone gets a knife. That's just your base damage, D6 melee. Let's see here. Next up is Psycho Blast Man.
Psycho Blast Man is charging ahead like a psycho.
All right. That's another reflexive. With the success, you'll get in cover up there. If not, you'll still be out in the open, and they'll be
all right. I'm laughing.
Actually, you could use, you said forceful and tactical, or forceful and reflexive are the same for you, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I am not a creative character, so I get by on basically just manic energy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm being loud, but I'm not being violent. So am I going to have a bonus or a disadvantage here?
I mean, if you're charging an enemy position, I'd still say that's violent.
All right. Excellent.
I'm basically anything in combat, unless you're like disarming a bomb or something like that's
fair.
Yeah. That succeeds with a 9.
It's a 9, so that's
so with that, you get into cover. You get actually to the storage shed. Take the motorcycle to there and you get off so you can have it. You can keep going and just get further into the site, but you don't know how many people are going to open up on you.
I'm right now I'm just looking for I'm not going to go in further into the site without my dudes, but I am going to look for guards or whoever who are taking up positions to attack.
Okay. You see them, you start to see where they are. Next round you can shoot at them, but you can't do anything else this round. That's your partial success. So
because I am in no way hiding. I'm just screaming and gunning the engine and being a psycho.
All right, Bendy, you're next.
Okay, so this is night, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just realized how I can buy us a lot of cover. 1, 2, 3, 4. They don't have any lights no more.
Okay. You can start sniping the lights. You can only snipe one light per round. I would say, sure, there are 4 lights.
There are 4 lights?
There are 4 lights.
No. There's 3 lights. There's 3 lights, and the one that was shining on Psycho Blast Man just went out.
Yeah. So you can keep doing that for 3 more rounds. You can keep doing for 2 more rounds. You can keep doing that. And that will keep them from shooting at anybody moving into cover. You're providing temporary cover for the others. Let's see here. Rush.
Yo.
You're spending this round chopping the body up, finishing the job.
If I am not yet finished with it, then that's
actually
what
you
I
can
am
give
doing.
me a forceful check. Let's see how fast you can rip and tear.
Yeah, are you like deli slicing? Let's see what happens.
I like mine in sheets.
More a bit of shredded turkey, I'm thinking.
I mean,
7.
You're doing okay.
All right, yeah, with a 7, you can do it. And you can start moving into cover.
All right. Are the lights out, or does he need assistance with that?
They are. One light is out, which will give you cover for this round. And he can, if he keeps sniping them, he'll give you cover for 2 more rounds. So if you give me a reflexive check, we can see how much ground you can cover.
All right, here he goes. Total is 4.
All right, so you're in open ground. But yeah,
Again.
if Bendy keeps shooting, you'll be fine. Now let's see here. Red blue.
Okay.
Let's see here. You spotted the cover. You're behind. You've moved the truck sort of behind the fighting vehicle. Bendy's made a bit of darkness. You can see rushing up ahead. Psycho Blastman's furthest up ahead. Yeah. So basically, like Bendy's furthest back because he's slowed the motorcycle down so he could snipe from it. You're up next, then Rush, and then Psycho Blastman in terms of proximity to the site. So, what do you want to do? You could, there's a lot of things you can do, but yeah.
Oh yeah, but looking from there, do I see the enemy forces coming towards Bendy and Rush and Psycho Blastman?
They're not coming towards, but you can see silhouettes peeking around corners and stuff like that. They're clearly, with the lights going out, they're taking cover as well. So they're just getting their bearings this round.
Okay. Can I do a tactical roll to switch over into my infrared vision and give everybody else a possible +1 to call out shots if necessary?
Sure.
All right. Let's do a tactical roll here.
Mm-hmm.
That's only going to be 5, so that's a failure. Sorry.
You're fucking with this tonight.
Yeah. You get some interference. There's something weird about this place.
There's ghosts in the radio.
God damn it. Exactly. Psycho Blastman. You actually, as you're closer to the site, you actually start hearing a very low, like radio crackle, like a staticky kind of sound.
Ah, shit! We're working off Silent Hill rules.
New round. We'll just do initiative in order of proximity to the site. So Psycho Blastman's up first.
Well, the various guard dudes seem to be like hiding. So the aside from looking, I don't necessarily want to shoot like directly at them. Are there any red barrels I can shoot to really like noise up the place?
Yes, there is. There are some. Of course, there's red barrels. How could there not be?
Excellent.
All right. That
would have looked for one that are closest to where I guess maybe dudes are, but honestly, I'm just looking to blow up red barrels and hopefully maybe cause a guy to fall out of cover so I can shoot him directly.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh wait, right. I'm using DiceBot. That is 9.
9. Yeah, very good. So with a 9, you shoot, but the backlight of the explosion illuminates you. So which is both good and bad because now they can see you. So you definitely they're not going to be able to shoot. They are going to be able to shoot at you. So you need to give me a reflexive save to see if they hit you.
All right. So where did we land on saving rolls? Am I getting a bonus or
it's
minus?
Combat. It still counts.
Okay.
Because you can't kill if you're dead.
8.
All right, with an 8, you get winged for 1 point of damage. Yeah.
Okay, I'm down to 11.
Yep. So they, you were pinned down. Anything you do, you will be shot at. Unless you sneak away, that's the only thing you could do, which is definitely not violent, I would say.
Not going to happen.
All right. So, but no one else is going to be shot at this round, no matter what they do. So because of between Bendy's and your actions this round, you've drawn all the attention to yourself. So, Rush, you're next. You'll automatically get into cover, but you can charge the enemy position, or you can to just shoot at them, or you can try and draw fire away from Psycho Blastman.
Well, I got my trusty slingshot here. Let me just try to put a winder in somebody.
Okay, yeah. You see a silhouette. You get into cover and take a shot. This will be a silent shot because it's a slingshot.
Okie dokie. Did I roll 2d6 for an attack as well?
Yeah, and add
2d6 plus forceful, I assume, or is it
forceful? I would allow any of them.
Oh wait, reflexive. Sorry.
Yeah, reflexive, forceful, tactically, even with a slingshot. I'd allow any of them because it's. But yeah, 8 succeeds. You roll damage.
All right, that'll be 1d6, I believe.
Yep.
5.
All right. Let's see here. How many hit points do these guys have? You heavily wound one. You hit him in the head. He comes back up though. He is got 1 HP left. I'm going to say there are 4 soldiers in the immediate area, and you have 3 more rounds to get rid of them, including 4 more rounds, including this one, to get rid of them before reinforcements comes. So that was soldier 1. Let's see here. Next up is red blue.
I'm going to go ahead and try to do my tactical roll again to see if we can get one more time. So, see if we can get any beads on them. All right, clear up interference. That's an 8.
All right, so it doesn't work. It won't work very long, but everyone's next attack roll gets a +1, so including yours. So you get a brief update, and you manage to illuminate them briefly, so everyone sees where they are that second. So they won't be able to move too far. And you see all 4 of them. Let's see here, Bendy, you can take a shot and move closer. You can get up to the infantry fighting vehicle. With your sniping, you have 2 more rounds of cover you can provide to suppress them at least a little bit, or you can start taking actual kill shots on them.
Nah, that's not my thing. My thing is more trick shots. So, is there anything that I can shoot that would fall on them?
Yeah, I'd say in Soldier 1 there is a floodlight on a building above. He's basically taking cover under on the corner of a building, and there's a floodlight above him. So
Yes, that's it. I'm going to shoot the bottom of the floodlight so that the support that it's on goes ping, and then it just drops on him.
Okay, well that and the slingshot will kill him. So Soldier 1 is dead. You have 3 soldiers left, but now there's no more cover for anybody. Anything you do will be shot at, especially Psycho Blast Man.
Yeah.
Psycho Blast Man. They're what are you gonna do?
I'm marching towards the next guy I'm going to shoot, and I'm gonna fucking shoot him while laughing.
All right. Well,
Story checks out.
All right, go ahead and give me a forceful check for shooting them.
10.
All right, that's roll 46.
Is that? I thought only like a 2 6s was a critical, or am I remembering that wrong?
I think it's. Let's see. Let me double check.
I think it's just regular success is a 10, isn't it?
It's double 6s. I misread 10 or above versus double 6s. So yeah,
okay.
10 or above is you do exactly what you need to do. So all right, so roll 2d6.
Okay, 2d6. 8.
You kill soldier 2, and you give me another forceful check to see if you can reduce the amount of damage you're going to take this round, because you're definitely getting shot.
That's all right. Let's see. 9 again, 9.
All right, this will have the 2d6 you take, because the other 2 soldiers are definitely lighting you the fuck up.
Yeah, I bet they are.
You specifically said you were walking. You were not.
Oh yeah. Well, marching, but
all right. I rolled a 3, so I'm gonna be nice and round that down. So you take another point of damage.
All right, I'm down to 10.
Yep, amazing. Next up,
you guys don't understand. The way you succeed at this game is be an asshole.
Yeah. Next up is let's see here, Rush. There are 2 soldiers left. They're both lighting up Psycho Blast Man. Bullets are bouncing off of Psycho Blast Man. It's
no, they're just missing because I'm terrifying.
No, I mean some of them are definitely hitting. Yeah,
that's true, but I choose not to believe that.
That's also true. Yeah. So you can.
I think the smart thing to do is just take another shot at someone.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I will take aim at what I perceive to be is the weakest among the 2.
All right. Oh yeah, you get a +1 on this attack roll, by the way. Yeah.
Excellent. In which case, the total is 11.
All right, very good. Roll damage.
Nice.
3 points.
All right. You wound him. He is still up, but he is definitely wounded. So As your slingshot takes a chunk out of his head. But these are undead soldiers, so they are
not a big enough chunk.
You're not a big enough chunk. That's the problem. You need a bigger chunk.
Some sort of dusty, desiccated head pieces just go flying.
Mm-hmm. They're also wearing
puff of dust.
At this point, you can see between the fires and spotlights, you can see that they're wearing Soviet era uniforms, but they have weird badges in like you don't recognize what unit they're with. And there's
start screaming, "No stolen valor!"
So next up is Red Blue.
Better not be wearing a bronzy Romero. So, I'm going to go ahead and take out my railgun and take a shot at one of them.
Okay.
That's right now, and I actually get a +1 on this, thankfully. So, there we go. 11.
11, yeah.
And that's let me roll my damage too.
Are you shooting at the one that's already hurt, or are you shooting at the normal one?
The normal one too, because I'm trying to go for as much damage as possible. So, all right. Of course, 3 damage.
3 damage. So there's 2 wounded soldiers that are very dead. And finally, Bendy.
Well, no trick shots this round, right? Because there's like nothing for me to trick at.
Well, there's nothing that you can drop on top of their heads. I will say, they're behind non-exploding barrels, and there's nothing directly around. You can think
barrels aren't red at all.
Yeah,
non-exploding barrels, you say?
They're definitely not exploding barrels. They're not red. They're like brown.
Okay,
that's poison damage then.
No, even better. The one that's kind of kneeling just a little bit and leaning, trying to get a good shot. Mm-hmm. I'm going to hit him right in the knee so that he falls down.
Okay. He falls down. So let's see.
So now that he's prone and out from the barrel, somebody else can hit him.
Oh yeah, that's true. Somebody will have a +2 to hit Soldier 3 next round. So very good. Let's see here. Round 3. 2 more rounds before this round. At the end of next round, the reinforcements will show up if you're still here. So, Psycho Blast Man.
I'm gonna go charging at the one that's not prone.
Okay. Go ahead, forceful.
8.
8. All right, he will shoot back at you. So,
all right, but if I do more than 5 damage.
Go ahead and roll. Wait, what happens at more than 5 damage?
Well, isn't that? I thought you said they had 8 hit points, so aren't each of them down to 5?
Oh no, they have 6 hit points.
Oh, okay. Sorry, each of them down to 3. Never mind. Mm-hmm. Well, I do 9.
All right. Well, the way bullets work though is his still go forward. So.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. You can't give me a forceful check to see if you can reduce it to half. This case. But yeah.
Alrighty.
These are small arms. Yep.
10.
Yep. All right, so you take another damage.
All right, I'm down to 9.
Yep.
Counting down.
And so there's 1 soldier left. Rush. You can take a shot. Yep.
Let's see here. Well, that seems to be the thing to do. 2d6 for attack. An 8.
All right.
I believe that's a hit, yes?
Yes, it is an 8.
2 points of damage.
You know what? I'm going to say that's the one that was wounded before, or that was the one that was prone, so he's dead. Yeah.
And I helped.
You did. So you've cleared the site. You can see that there are quite a few buildings. There are around here. Some sort of alarm has gone off, but everyone is undead. They're not going to be super quick on responding. So if you hustle, you can look for a way in. You actually, so everyone can give me everyone can do one non-combat thing to figure out what the fuck's going on or what to do next, because you have a lot more questions than answers at this point. You could search a body, you could look around for documents or maps, or do whatever. So I'll just Red Blue. What do you want?
I want to analyze one of the bodies specifically with the patches off of like one of the zombie commanders and see if we can pull anything from that.
Okay, well these guys are grunts. The one commander is chopped up into non-recognizable.
Oh yeah. Oops.
Yeah. So you can't get
Might have been helpful.
Yeah. Well, there was a choice made. So, but you can do it on one of the grunts.
Okay. So just a tactical roll on that to see what information I can pull.
Wait a minute. Since you used your morbid trait there, Rush, does that mean that commander was morbed?
That's the thing that's in the pictures right now. Yep.
Did we just witness Morbin time?
I do believe we did just witness Morbin time.
Did we?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 7 partial success.
Okay. What? Ask one question. What do you want answered?
What does the badge or the patch on there say or mean?
Part of it's in Cyrillic, and it's the something, but some of it isn't in a language that you realize is no alphabet known to man. It is something they invented or found.
Oh, it's space Russian.
Yeah. But the Cyrillic bit basically extrasolar expedition. So.
Oh, they went to the extra sun.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that?
So that's what you figure out before you have to move on. So Bendy, you have to spend this round. You were sniping from a distance. You could spend this round getting up with the others. And
also reloading.
Yep. So you do that. Then Psycho Blast Man.
Well, I guess essentially I'm going to. I will, no matter what I do. Well, actually, I guess if it's not a risky action, it doesn't matter. Or I don't know, whatever. I'm going to look for whatever door seems like the one that dudes are going to come out of, and I'm going to set up camp there. Gonna have a welcoming party.
Well, you do realize there's actually, you see basically a path leading at a downward slope. You realize there's an underground facility beneath this site. So,
I wonder if it'll have a slow-moving sideways elevator.
I don't know. I mean, yes, it definitely will. So
diagonal elevator.
In fact, you can hear it. It's coming up to the surface right now.
Yes.
So you look over there, you take a survey of that area, and you realize, one, there's too many dudes to fight. There's like at least a platoon's worth of dudes. There's like 20 to 30 undead dudes. But there's lots of crates, and there's a lot of workers, also like desiccated undead workers, and they are driving forklifts and maneuvering large crates of stuff, and some of it's going.
I wonder if they're certified.
Damn it!
They are doing it very calmly and professionally. I assure you, they are all certified, but by Soviet authorities.
That's all I need. I don't need some authoritarian rule maker to say who can and can't be good with a forklift.
Exactly. Goddamn right.
You're certified in your heart.
Forklift skill is its own certification.
So it should be easy to use the crates to as cover to sneak in and get to the funicular, the vertical.
That's the word.
Yep.
Thank you.
I love that word. I love that.
It's a good word.
It's a good word. It's a good concept. It's a good piece. It's good. The whole thing, good.
Good.
Yeah, good. So finally, though, Rush, what are you spending this round doing? What do you want to try and figuring out? You've killed. You can talk.
The paranormal elements have certainly been confirmed at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. They all look so happy and content doing their little worker bee bullshit.
Mm-hmm. You can try loot the bodies and just see what kind of shit you could find.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. So you start looting the bodies. You find a radio, a little handheld radio that's still intact, hasn't been shot to shit. You also find an AK-47 or whatever the 80s version of it was. Like, I don't know if they would, there's a lot of.
It could be an AK-74.
Was it? I mean, it depends. Around in the 80s. Yeah. Something like
Kalashnikovs,
that.
I want you to think about that question, Ross.
Is this radio still tuned into a secure channel?
It is.
Wow.
So,
are they speaking? Are they speaking Russian or?
well, that's the thing. Who amongst you speaks Russian?
Could I do a tactical roll to see if my translation circuits will do it?
Why not?
Yay! Robot.
Uh-huh. I mean, I also would have accepted yes. Yes, I
I
do.
speak Russian.
Yeah.
So I take 2 wires out, hook them in there too, and suddenly I'm speaking everything that I'm translating.
Well, that's the thing. You can only translate. You can't translate all of it because some of it's in a language you don't recognize.
That is true. So
Some of it's in Russian, some of it's not in Russian. It's like a pigeon. Like you know, how people who speak 2 languages will suddenly talk in both of them. Basically,
I mean, unfortunately, I only speak Ukrainian, which is only 50% intelligible with Russian. So,
yeah. So
Pigeon? That's squabs. Let's roast these birds.
it's spelled differently.
So basically, your chances now. You need to move on. You can either sneak into the funicular and go down, or you can check out the actual inside the massive building. And if you like Google search a Russian abandoned space shuttle, you'll see the building. Definitely.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
there is a real abandoned like space shuttle in the deserts.
it is really creepy and cool.
It is very good. But it doesn't have undead Soviet soldiers guarding it.
That they admit to.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, you don't really see. It looks like the worksite all around the big building is all the same, of just like little sheds and like offices, you know, warehouses full of supplies, and there's workers moving around, and lots of soldiers. So yeah, there's none of you think there's anything interesting at the periphery. It's either go into the space shuttle or go down below the space shuttle. So and Psychoblastman knows how to get down. Like yeah. But what's the group? You do have time to talk and share info. You puddle to a new little area. People are searching for you, but they haven't found you yet. So
Okay.
yeah.
So before we do that, because you said we were getting at least part of the information, part of a conversation from that. What are the words that we can translate from the radio?
Very like the kind of words you think for people managing a large construction project, like move, weld this, schedule comes up a lot, fueling, move cargo, things like that.
Okay. So like there's packing
now
up
being like intruders, patrol, bring up security. Things like that.
Okay. So at least getting that information.
They don't
Wow,
sound
the guys on the
too
radio
concerned.
speak Ukrainian really badly.
They also don't seem too concerned about intruders. Like there are intruders. Like okay, well that's just another thing we have to deal with. They're not like oh no. Everything's very monotone. Also, all of you can hear the static now. It just sort of permeates the place.
Okay. I'm personally thinking that it may be better to go into the vernacular itself and see if we can get straight down to the heart of the matter. I know we may be able to.
Isn't it on the way up full of dudes?
As you're talking, you're all basically in an overhang overlooking the loading unloading zone for the vernacular, and it's just a bunch of crates that are being unloaded, and crates are being loaded onto it, so they're trading crates. And mostly workers that are not really paying attention. So it would be easy to sneak on. This would be the time to do it.
It's food
That's what you
particular.
That's what you think.
Okay, so it sounds like the group wants to go down.
Oh yeah, we're going down.
All right.
It's a funicular. Who doesn't?
Yeah. I mean, space shuttles are cool and all, but they're not a funicular.
So you do not have to roll to get onto the funicular. You can just simply drop down and sneak amongst the crates and hide behind them. There are now the thing, and then you can wait for the funicular to go down into the belly of the beast. Now you can put all of you in jeopardy by taking risks to like snag tools or key cards or try and kidnap a worker and find out what they know or take their uniform. Or you just sit there and wait for the funicular to get down there. So is anybody doing anything? Or are you going to wait for the funicular to reach to reach the bottom or wherever?
I mean, can I crack open a crate to see what's inside?
A
loot crate?
They are, let's see. That would be a risk though, because you yeah.
And I'm going to be terrible at it. It's going to be great.
All right. This is
3D6. Take the two worst.
Yep. By the way, Psychoblastman, are you transformed?
No.
Okay. And Red Blue,
I fail.
And all right.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Sir.
So I assume you wait until you're on the funicular, or it starts going down.
Yeah. I was going to wait till we started going down.
All right.
Yeah, that would be the big one. So.
All right. So
Well, I got an idea with that.
Yeah.
Once they crack the crate open, I'm going to climb inside it.
Well, he cracks.
I think we want to wait and see what it is.
Yeah, because you crack the crate open, and
it's going to be full of the stuff, isn't it?
It is. It is. There's broken machinery in there. Actually, in this one, there's just broken machinery. But the thing that happened, the reason you failed, is that a worker who was on the funicular sees you, and yells out in Russian, "Hey, you! Get away from there! Hey, the intruders are here!"
Way to go!
Yeah, there are quite a few of them. I will say there are actually like 8 of them. But they all look up at all of you. Some of them, one of them, has an actual bolt gun, like something that can shoot bolts, like a construction tool. And he is going there. Well, it's just turned into combat again. But there's 2 of them, but these are the laborers, you don't know how tough they are. So we'll go with, Psychoblastman will go last. As he is getting, Psychoblastman is getting shot. So, is Psychoblastman going to take cover, or is Psychoblastman going to do something?
What am I going to do? I want that bolt gun.
Okay.
I want it.
So are you jumping out at he pulls the bolt gun out and shoots. He's on the other end of the funicular.
Well, then I need to get closer to him to get the bolt gun.
Okay.
So I'm going to run screaming at him and shoot him with my shotgun and then pick up my bolt gun that he took from me.
Okay. So you
never get between a Psychoblastman and his bolt gun.
All right.
It's an important life lesson. And speaking of which, I'm going to make that guy drop that bolt gun by shooting him in the forearm.
Unfortunately, because Psychoblastman failed his roll,
I failed. I'm going to get shot. That's just going to happen.
Yeah. You are being shot. And because you're not dodging, you're just going to get shot for full damage. This is a bolt gun. It's not a shitty Kalashnikov. Okay. So that is 3 damage. That is 3 normal damage.
All right. So I'm down to 6.
Yep. And now you can make a roll. And if you get anything less than a full success, you'll take more damage.
All right. Well, thankfully, things have gotten loud and violent. So
they definitely have.
Ooh.
So that's definitely
7.
playing into your idiom.
Yeah.
All right. That is another D6. The bolt gun hits you twice. You could, the bolt gun hits you the first time. And you start charging over at them. If you fail to kill him with your shotgun, you will take another D6 of damage. So go and roll.
I thought I just did.
No, for damage.
Oh, gotcha.
Because you did succeed. You said you were shotgunning him as you were heading over.
Yep. 5.
All right, they have fewer hit points than the soldiers. You do kill them. So you are not hit again, but you are now out in the open. And there, like I said, there are 7 more dudes here. So if nobody does a suppressing fire action, you're going to get hit again. So we'll let your comrades decide how much damage you take. So yeah, let's see here. We'll just go down the line. Red, blue. What are you going to do?
All right. How many do we? It's like how many are we dealing with here? 2 or 3?
7.
7 total.
7 left.
All right.
One's been killed.
Is there any kind of fire suppression system or something that we could possibly do, like a sprinkler system we could hit for a possible distraction?
Well, you're in the funicular going down.
Okay.
So you don't know. You don't know how Soviet funiculars from the 80s were designed. So that would definitely be a tactical roll.
All right. I will do that then.
Mm-hmm.
Analysis.
Soviet Funicular is an awesome band name.
It is.
Soviet wave, not surprisingly.
Yes, that's going to be 8.
All right. With the partial, it takes you the rest of your turn, but you figure it out.
Okay.
There's 2. It basically, if you hit the fire alarm, the fire suppressant will trigger, and it will also stop the funicular. So
okay.
Yeah, you can activate it, but next round. But your entire round is to figure that out.
Okay.
So, Rush, what are you gonna do?
Give him what for?
All right. Don't you have a scythe or something?
I do. Am I close enough to whip that out on him?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hot diggity 2d6.
You
7.
hit.
Good enough, maybe?
Yeah, definitely. Roll damage.
Swell. That's 2d6 damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
7 yet again.
Yeah, what does it look like when you kill a dude with your gifted scythe? Your scythe gifted to you by death.
So like this is like kind of cool. So like it's not obviously like a scythe I have like strapped on me or carrying around like a JRPG protagonist or any of that kind of crap.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of almost like a little like a barber's blade, almost kind of like a switchblade in kind of like a way.
Mm-hmm.
So like I just kind of like I just kind of whip it out and I do the dirty deed. I do enough damage to kill. Is that what you're telling me?
Yep.
Swell. Yeah, just clean across the throat. Shh.
All right. Yeah, you take their head off, basically. It is incredibly sharp, and these, undead or not, the guy's not going to be doing much without a head. So he drops the wrench he was going to use to beat you over the head, and he's quite dead. So you're quite safe this round. So there are 6 left. And let's see.
I'm a mean warrior with mean pride.
Uh-huh. So finally, we get to Bendy. There's 6 dudes. At least one of them is going to be bashing Psycho Blastman over the back of the head.
With what?
All right, yeah. You spend your action. You disarm him. You keep.
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, when we say disarm him, I think it would be better to say behand, because if I hit him right here, those hands are going to fall right off.
All right. The sledgehammer goes a flying, and disappears somewhere below. Yeah, this is a funicular where part of it is metal grating, so things can fall down very dramatically. So yeah, let's see. I think that's everyone. The other workers get up. One guy gets out a blowtorch and turns it on. A blue flame, like a portable little blowtorch. He's swinging it. They're all bringing out industrial tools of death, like an angle grinder. It's going to get very up close and personal. Like everyone's in melee charge range, basically, of everyone else. So if you don't kill at least one person per round, you're going to take damage. And depending on how you attack, you may take damage anyway. So yeah, new round, Psycho Blast, man.
Well, let's see. I'm down to 6 hit points.
Yep.
Here you
Either
go.
attack a dude, or I could transform.
Good transform.
I think I'm going.
Can you attack a dude by transforming?
No.
But Nah, I'm gonna save the thing. I'm gonna save my transformation for when I'm slightly closer to death. So I am going to I'm still going to head in the direction of picking up that bolt gun, and I'm going to shoot a guy on the way there.
Okay. Yeah. If you shoot the guy who's coming at you, if you kill him.
Yeah. Ah! That's what I yell.
We're going to have to start calling you PBB, Psycho Blast Man Bolt Gun. Still works, right off the tongue.
All right. Rolling 6, 7, 8.
All right. With that, you can choose to either pick up the bolt gun and dual wield, but if you do that, you'll get hit by a second.
No, I'm shooting a guy. Like I said, I'm shooting a guy while I'm on my way over.
Okay. So you shoot a guy and you don't pick up the bolt gun, but you're near the bolt gun now.
So I shoot him for 8 damage.
Yeah, he just goes flying. But don't worry, he falls into the gears. But don't worry, this is a Soviet vernacular. No human's gonna, no body's gonna mess up these gears.
No dusty worker corpse is gonna stop these gears.
Oh yeah, it is pretty dusty. It is kind of turns it more to powder than gore. So yeah, very good. So red blue,
right.
a dude is coming at you with some sort of industrial tool.
All right. He's going to be getting the railgun's going right in his face. So,
all right, don't miss.
I'm going to try to, not to. Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
All right,
so 8, 9. All right. And there'll be 4.
Yeah.
That's 5.
That's enough to kill.
Yeah, you get a +2.
Yeah. So he is flying. Yeah. Or.
Also, as that goes off, immediately it strums again.
All right, Rush. The dude with the angle grinder's coming at you.
Okay, well, it's up to me to get to him first.
All right, let's see here.
All right, with the scythe, here he goes. Oh, right. Only a 4.
Yep, that is. Yep, that is a 4.
Yeah, good.
So,
how much damage does an angle grinder do?
1. You take 1 damage.
A mere angle grinder cannot stop me.
Fool! I am
nailed.
Yeah.
I am no angle, and therefore shall not be ground.
All right, finally, Bendy.
You know what the wonderful thing about an angle grinder is? If you shoot an angle grinder out of somebody's hand, it's going to go skittering off in a seemingly random direction. But what I'm going to do, so here's the bank, right? I shoot the guy with the angle grinder so that he drops the angle grinder. It hits the grating on the floor, right? And then it bounces up and hits that dude. Let's see if I can get the 2 for 1.
Well, the problem is, Bendy, someone is coming at you with actually the person with the blowtorch is. The worker, the blowtorch. So if you do,
that's even better.
Well, no, you can't protect yourself, you can protect yourself, but you can't help someone else without taking a hit yourself. Or if you make a reflex check, you can duck and weave. So yeah, what is your primary goal? To killing the enemy, protecting yourself, or protecting a comrade? Because there's going to be a risk if you try and do more than one of those things at the same time. So,
well, I think I'm just going to protect myself first.
Okay. So you disarm the blowtorch. The guy grimaces. The blowtorch is shot off. Then he reaches into the one of the crates to grab just a metal pipe. So he'll attack you next round with it. But So new round. Each of you now has 1 opponent on you. There's 4 of them left and 4 of you. So weird. So once you kill your guy, you can help someone else. But now it's a new round. Psycho Blast Man, you're up, and this guy, he's just got a big chain. He's swinging a chain at you.
With a chain?
Yeah.
Oh, I want that chain.
You just want the thing, whatever the enemy has.
Yes. Are you kidding? I could throw the chain around my shoulder, the opposite direction of my shotgun bandolier. It'd be a whole thing.
Okay. All right.
So what you're saying is attention deficit, Psycho Man.
What I'm saying is I'm going to get my chain. 8.
Yeah. Yeah, go and roll damage.
All right. Only 4.
Still enough. They have not nearly as many hit points, it turns out. So you drop them, but that's all you can do this round. So with a 9. Let's see here. Next up, red blue.
All right. Take my next shot at the other one. So retighten the strings right now to reload.
Mm-hmm. Dun, dun, dun.
Yep, and that hits as well.
Yeah. Very good.
All right. Let's see if I can actually do any damage, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a 7, so
Yeah.
disintegration.
Very, very, very dead. Next rush. The guy with the blowtorch is still going at you. Or, no, the angle.
I got to try again. I got to give him a little scythe.
Yeah.
2d6. An 8. That's a success.
All right.
All right. Another 2d6 for damage.
Damage, yes.
A 7.
Yes, that is enough. How do you eviscerate this? Well, do you eviscerate him? How does the scythe end this creature's unlife?
You know what? I don't get fancy. I find one way to do something. If it's good enough, it works. So, just a quick step and across his throat as well.
All right. Another decapitated worker.
The scythe was good enough for my father. It's good enough for you.
It absorbs what's left of his soul. This was given to you by the Grim Reaper. And then finally, Bendy.
Okay, so the guy's got a pipe in his hands.
Yeah.
And so if I shoot the pipe out of his hands or shoot the hands off of the pipe, if I can angle it the right way to drop the pipe on the head, I'm just going to roundabout pinata.
Well, the way is you have to roll if you actually want to do damage. You cannot just your ability to disable things means you don't do damage. So,
so that is a 10.
Yep. So go ahead and roll damage.
7.
Yeah, that does it. Let's see here. Technically, your weapon is a revolver, but whatever. Instead of a sniper rifle, I was picturing it as a sniper rifle, but it works the same way mechanically. So you kill him. Put one in his head, and down he goes, minus a brainstem. So you've all the fight lasted just enough time for all of you to do one thing before it ends. Actually, no, not really. It's any, but you can search the place briefly.
I'm picking up my chain and my bolt gun.
Okay, yeah, you do have a chain and a bolt gun now.
Is it long last?
You can tell the equipment here is stuff that they need repaired or replaced. They wanted it out of the way. You do find there's a large section of the funicular floor on the outside that is oddly slimy, as though something slimy had been placed on it earlier. And the drag marks indicate it was dragged into the underground section, not out of it. At least that's all of your impressions. So that's odd. But you're now in the underground section, and up ahead of you, it is obviously Soviet bunker design, although much larger ceilings than you would normally see. It is very dusty. Oddly enough, there's the dust here is a different color than the dust on the surface. It is a redder tint. And
so I think that means that it's got more clay in it, or oil in it, or some kind of stuff in it.
Or blood in it.
Would I be able to do a quick analysis of it?
You can.
All right. Tactical. So,
honestly, red blue. Of course he would know.
One finger comes out, producing a soil sampler.
Here he goes.
That'll be 6.
Unfortunately, it is not found in any of your databases. It does not register. Unknown.
Oh no.
Well, maybe you just have a shitty database.
Yeah. So there is, in the distance, it is quiet. You can hear the humming of equipment and the static, but up ahead of you, you can hear voices? Multiple voices? So, you can creep ahead. You come there. This is a maze-like complex, but you can go directly and just walk into the chamber with all the voices. Bendy, you do see some air ducts.
Yes, the other thing I can do.
Yes, you do see some air ducts, so you can scout ahead. These are not so small that you have to use your special power, but they're definitely a lot easier.
Wait, are you like that guy from that X-Files episode?
Kind of, sort of.
The one everyone knows.
Yeah,
clearly.
Tombs.
Yeah. So
Psycho, can you boost me up?
Probably.
Mm-hmm. So Ben, you go up ahead. You go through the ducts, and you can see in the chamber up ahead. You see a group of robed figures, chanting with their arms outstretched. In the middle of the room, there's a large carving of multiple circles, circles within circles. But above it is a like planets, like models of planets hanging in alignment on the stone floor. They are. It is almost looks like some kind of ceremony that they are doing. They have, it is unlike anything you've seen before, and it's hard for you to. Well, yeah, I mean, you can make a tactical check to see if you can understand it, any of it.
Okay.
Well, no, no, Bendy
Oh,
can, because Bendy's the one who can see it.
Okay.
That's an 8.
All right. You can figure out one thing about it.
How much time do we have before they finish the chanting?
Not very long, but you think, it looks like the ceremony is wrapping up.
I mean, I have an idea that could interrupt their ceremony.
I mean, the thing is, you do know that there are plenty of places to hide. If you go back and hide the bodies, they may not realize anything has happened. They clearly are not alerted. We're not alerted to the fight on the way down.
Okay, so I can tell my compatriots to hide the bodies and hope for the best, or knowing the way that this fisting is going so far, I think we're just going to go straight up fist.
Well,
we're just going to start.
There are about 20 of them, so that may be.
That would put a damper on things.
Yeah, there are quite a few of them. And you don't know.
I mean, look.
Yeah.
If you guys can get me out of here, I have a pretty good way of disrupting their ceremony.
Okay. So I'm going to just pass on the word of everything that I've seen through the radio.
Radio doesn't work down here. You'll have to go back.
Damn it. Okay.
Turn.
All right.
Well, that's why
Go
they
back,
don't
but
know
I'm
about
not
what's
gonna
happening
drop
on the
down.
surface, too. So, it goes both ways.
Okay,
yeah.
Fair enough. Not going to go all the way out of the vent. I'm just going to tell them what's going on from the vent.
Okay.
Like, relay it from open vent. Like, okay, guys, here's the story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that doesn't take you too long. There's still a bit of time to act. So,
all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what I want to do.
Oh, actually, since I figured out the fire suppression system up at least on the funicular, could I also activate it down here?
I mean, certainly, you would have time. That would cause a distraction. Sure.
Okay, we could do that in conjunction with probably the more obvious distraction that Psycho Gunman will be doing, or Blastman. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
I corrected and updated my database. There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to get further down, you have to go past the ceremonial chamber. So, but yeah.
I mean, look, guys, I can stop their ceremony, but it's going to mean that I'm going to need help immediately after.
we'll do that. So,
Well, it seems like it. Well, yeah, that's the thing. So, do you want to have Psycho Blastman cause a distraction, or do you want to use Red Blue's distraction, or do you want to try and hide? Rush, you're the only one who hasn't committed to a plan yet.
I like PB's plan.
All right. Do you want to just blow them all
We gotta have fun somehow.
Well, no, I have to transform first, and then I can blow them up.
Okay, so you go to transform, and then
Oh my god!
No, because there's a sequence, Ross. There's a transformation sequence that I have to activate. That will also help with the distraction.
Okay.
We got music.
Okay,
we got slow motion camera work.
I am busting into the room, and out of Psycho Blastman's sleeve as he runs up, sort of as he starts to dash into the room, cackling to himself, like one of those things that sort of will quick draw a pistol out of your sleeve, but instead of a pistol, there's a small cylinder with a red button on top, which is his mysterious device. He presses the red button, and suddenly the air is filled with what sounds like an air raid siren. And from nowhere in particular, a voice begins to count down. 3, 2, 1, Blast Man! And there is the sound of an explosion, and a massive, thing of smoke explodes out of his body. And from the smoke runs a black armored creature with what appears to be an angry atomic bomb for a head.
I love him.
Just running for the center of the ceremony room. Hold on, I'll drop the appropriate images in general so that people know what I.
Yeah.
The body is the guy on the motorcycle. The head is that the bomb demon from Chainsaw Man.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to run to as close to the center of the room as I can get, and I'm going to explode.
All right.
Because I don't like evil ceremonies. There was probably an evil ceremony involved in me being altered this way, I think, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
And it makes me angry.
All right.
Clearly, it makes him angry.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage for the bomb. This will inflict it to all of them.
So doing so kills me, destroys nearby structures, and deals 2d6 damage to everyone around me.
This will hit all of them.
Oh, fucking goddamn. Okay, Dicebot, we need to talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
If only you had
Do not
die. This would be the one.
Do not fuck me, Dicebot.
I'll give you an additional +2 because they're all right there in a ceremony. Like it's.
You don't have to.
Okay,
I'm telling Dicebot.
Okay.
Don't fuck with me.
All right.
10.
Yeah, 10.
10 damage to all of them.
They are
missed.
Vaporized.
Yeah, so there's a huge just explosion sound, more smoke, giblets flying everywhere, pieces of masonry and whatever. And then, of course, the smoke clears, and there's completely unconscious normal human form of Psycho Blastman, who will now be unconscious for a few minutes.
Yeah.
I'll go in there and pick him up.
That rules.
Putting the two-tone jacket over him. So
yeah. So that encounter's cleared pretty decisively. So when the smoke clears, the room is damaged. The ceremony is stopped. Obviously, all of the priest engineers are dead, and they. But at the far end, you can hear a voice speaking in Russian, a digitized, like a 1980s digital
Beep boop Russian.
Yeah, beeper Russian. Like what?
Beepski boopski.
What has happened? What has happened? What is happening?
I'm just going to go over to it and just. There is an air leak apparently in the ritual room. We're almost done with the Uga Chaka part, but don't worry, everything fine here. How are you?
It's coming from a computer. And yeah.
Well,
there is a lot of equipment, extra equipment set up next to it. It is What? I do not recognize your voice. You are an intruder. It is fine. You are a visitor, not an intruder. Welcome. Welcome to the Utopia. Would you like to join us on our journey? It is not too late, comrade.
What is Utopia? Please clarify.
Utopia? My good comrade. Another voice. Welcome, comrades. How many are you?
Please clarify before we provide more information.
Very, very well. I would introduce myself, but my name was deleted from me. I know I was once human, but through the mysteries and the knowledge of Koshei, my body, it succumbed to cancer. My mind was preserved in this machine. It is unfortunate because we ran out of machines, and they had to use cruder methods to preserve us. But I have been a administrator ever since. So you could call me that, the administrator. I wish. What should I call you, comrade?
You may call me guest.
Guest. Very, very well. You do not trust me. It is fine. You will see. We have finally finished our calculations to head to Utopia, and we will leave soon. We just only need to finish some preparations and bring Koshei up to the chariot. The shuttle, of course.
If we are potentially interested in joining you in Utopia, can you define the destination of Utopia?
Well, we only know what Koshei has told us. He is very wise, but it is very hard for us to understand him, even when he is trying to dumb it down for us, comrade. But he has assured us that it will lead us to a utopia where we can build a paradise far from all of this. This world is falling, comrade, and we must escape it. And unfortunately, Koshei's world is also too far gone for other reasons, but in the end, we must migrate as we should, and Koshei has found a new place for us to live.
You said another world. What world does Koshei come from?
Oh, yes, of course, you would not know. Did the Bureau tell you nothing?
We weren't briefed.
You were not briefed. Party politics, comrade, does not say. What committee failed you? I weep for your ignorance, comrade. It is Mars, of course. We were the secret dimensional shuttle program to skip to Mars.
Oh, so that must take an extraordinary amount of energy to be able to accomplish this.
Oh, yes. Of course. I could bore you with the details, but
it does sound absolutely... Well, it does sound fascinating, but before we make the consideration, what was the name of your benefactor again?
Koshei. He's the last lord of his city.
Would it be possible for us to discuss our potential joining of this expedition with him?
Of course! Koshei would love to have visitors. And in fact, you could take him up. I sense some sort of problem. Perhaps you could take him up instead of are the engineer priests still able to work?
Not at the moment.
That is unfortunate. Yeah, all of you can hear this, by the way. Those of you who are conscious, so you can talk to the computer as well, or the administrator.
I'm doing this while I'm still holding Blastman over my shoulder.
Yeah. Well, yes. Go down below. Of course, without an engineer priest, the war construct may be hard to get around.
We may. I feel like we can deal with it. So
simply repeat the prayer, and it will let you pass.
Oh, what was this prayer?
It begins to speak. Part of it is in Cyrillic. It is a prayer of protection, but part of it is in a language you don't recognize.
Could I use tactical to copy that down? And
you when you recite it, you can try to recite it perfectly with a tactical roll. You won't know until you actually try.
Fair. Okay. Yeah. Then I will have a backup then. All right. I'm going to go ahead and hand Psycho Blastman over to Rush.
Okay.
But make sure to take care of it. Let's go. So,
Oh, and tell me, has the dreamer, have they finished putting the dreamer in the shuttle?
I believe that's still under process.
Ah, yes. Well, we're still under schedule then. If you can get Koshe up, it is the last part, of course, is to move Koshe.
No, we will definitely see that. So thank you for your assistance and information.
Of course.
Thank you, Administrator. You have been most kind.
Oh, thank you. What is your name, comrade?
I am the second guest.
Hello, second guest. How are you?
I am doing well, but we will see you soon.
Yes. Of course. I do not. My camera. If you do have a camera sensor, you could perhaps hook up with a serial port.
Serial port.
Yes.
We're currently we're currently a little bit pressed for time, but if we find one on the way back, we'll.
Yes, of course, of course. I would like to see new. I've been so long since I've seen anyone.
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, doing that, shaking my head at Bendy. It's like, nope.
Okay.
They don't need to see us anyway. So, let's heading down further. So.
Oh, be careful about the failed dreamer. It is the most unfortunate. Just be respectful, of course.
Certainly. So, Oh God, let's just go as quietly as possible.
All right, Psycho Blastman, you wake up.
Yeah.
Although your power is effective, I feel at some point it will probably turn on you.
Okay. Anyone have like some maple syrup or something?
Why do you need maple syrup?
No, I just like
maple syrup.
I just like how it tastes.
I do have 2 aspirin.
You do
thanks.
see some Soviet rations off in the corner.
You got pancakes in your pockets as well?
Why would I need that?
I'm
gonna crack open I'm cracking open the ancient Soviet rations.
Right.
Vodka-based syrup.
Yeah, how good are they?
Well, I mean, he cracks them open. You see him dig through them for a minute. He pulls out the cigarettes, leaves the rest behind, and catches up.
Oh yes, Soviet cigarettes, vintage, dry aged to perfection, preserved chemically.
He just lights up and starts smoking. Unfiltered.
I've heard of toasted for full flavor, but that is mummified?
I mean, tobacco's dry, so, it's fine.
Like, what flavor is mummified tobacco?
Let's see here. They're called Cosmos cigarettes. Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah, Cosmos. That's an actual brand, apparently.
In Victorian England at the apothecary, this is true, powdered mummy bandages and like actual powdered mummy flesh and stuff like that. That was like an actual ingredient in the stuff they would prescribe people.
I mean, I have to imagine a lot of it was counterfeit.
Perhaps.
I have to imagine that it didn't exactly help increase life expectancy. It just made the last couple of days really fun.
Well, no, it doesn't increase life expectancy. It increases the potency of the revenant you become after death.
Yeah.
So
we're playing a game.
You continue on down as you're having this conversation. You come to a staircase, actually another freight elevator leading downward. That seems to be there's more and more red dust at this point.
Actually, yeah. Maybe we should look around for like first aid kits. I'm not the only person who's like fucked up, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, I imagine they'll all be like 40 years old, but
yeah.
Bandages are bandages.
All right.
I don't think bandages have a shelf life.
Well, I mean,
alcohol, if as long as it's cracked open, should be good. So
alcohol's probably fine.
All right. Let's see. Everyone make a creativity check to figure out where they would keep a med bay in this place.
Oh man, I'm gonna come up with the worst idea possible. I know nothing.
Got a 9 off that.
I roll a 2. I don't know. I go back and check to see if the rations had first aid kits in them.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they do not. All right. So, Russia,
I didn't find any med kits, but I did find extra vodka.
All right. So let's see here. Red, blue. You find them a surgical suite, and it looks like there's been a lot of activity here recently, and you see piles of backpacks and bags, and there is someone handcuffed to the wall who looks very scared.
He's probably friendly.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Hey, do you know where the first aid kits are?
Red, blue found them first.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's okay. You can find that. I'll look around and I'll say, say in Russian right now. Are you okay? Do you need assistance?
You speak English?
I do speak English, yes.
Oh, thank God. Yeah.
My apologies. I assumed you were Russian by being in a Russian bunker.
No, I'm American. I flew out here to Kazakhstan to come here for. I'm not sure why.
What is your name?
What is my name? Alan, I think. I don't know. They feed me this weird old ration stuff, but I've been okay. It's just, have you ever been lost? Like really, really lost? You feel like you're alone?
At the moment of my creation.
I got really lost once, and I don't remember how I got back. But like a couple of months ago, I felt like I have to complete it. I have to fulfill the pact. I don't know. I made it. I made a debt. I'm obligated to come back, and I couldn't sleep until I couldn't do anything until I came back here. And then there are these dead people here, and now I'm back. I'm here, and it's close. I feel like I just can you uncuff me, man?
I should be able to, although if you don't mind, look around to see if he has a wallet or anything.
I mean, there's like dozens of backpacks and bags and stuff like that. You have no idea which one it is.
Okay. Although as I'm looking at the handcuffs before I potentially break them off, we had been talking to a human mind that had been transcribed into a database. Are you potentially the dreamer that he was describing?
The dreamer? No. No.
Do you know what that means?
I think there's more than one, but only one made it. Like the one didn't make it. One didn't survive. But there's it's below us, man. There's the failed dreamers below us. The other one's above us in the shuttle.
And we're stuck in the middle with him.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, break off the.
Thanks,
I'll break the handcuffs. We have plans to extricate any survivors from here. So if you'd like to stay here while we research the rest of us, you are fully free, or you can accompany us. But if depending on
I gotta
danger,
find my bag. Yeah. I'll wait for you to come back when you tell me when you're going to the service. I want to go to the service by myself.
No, we will not leave you behind. Although, if you could you direct us to any viable medical supplies? My friend over here has suffered.
Oh yeah,
damage.
right over there. Yeah, so you do find that. Let's see here. There are 6 hit points worth of healing supplies.
Okay, Alex, anybody else take it? Because I have not taken anything yet. So,
I thought somebody other than me got at least somewhat hurt, didn't they? Or did they?
Yeah, Rush did. Rush, you can heal.
Rush died.
Yeah.
No, I'm right here.
No, he came back with 4 hit points, so he can come back and restore the other 2.
Yeah. So if you want to take those 2, I'll take the other 4.
I'm on it.
All right, so there you go. So you both heal up.
Yay!
You press on downward.
I'm almost back to full health because I am a tough son of a bitch.
So you head down. It gets colder, and stiller. There's no more static. And as you do so, the next floor is darker, although there is some lighting. It's not pitch black, but the up ahead, there's actually moisture in the air on the left. Like it is humid. But up ahead, you can see. So there's two paths, one off to the left, which is more humid, and then one up ahead, which leads to a larger chamber. The room to the left seems to be more dark, like not as well lit. The room up ahead seems to be much brighter. You can see some light coming from the double doors underneath it. So, yeah, it is. But it looks like they've modified this, knocked out some walls and made this underground bunker a lot more spacious in some ways. So, yeah, it's very odd. It seems like they've cleared out most of the supplies and facilities of this underground bunker over the years. So, yeah.
All right, let's take the humid path, I say.
All right. So you head to the humid path, and it opens up to what must have been a barracks, but they knocked out all the walls to make it one massive chamber, and installed. Well, actually, you probably used to be the showers too, because now there's the constant drizzle, like they've changed the shower into like a humidifier, and you're not sure how they got this thing down here. Even with the freight elevator right there. But there is this incredibly massive organism. It appears to be long and fleshy. It is like 30 feet long at least, probably longer. It is grossly like distended. It reminds you some of like some sort of monstrous or bloated eel. But yeah, it has this sort of pale, almost translucent flesh. There's a stench of rot in the air, and it is very quiet. So
no snoring.
No, it is it is whatever this thing is. It is incredibly still, at least right now. But
good morning.
There is a surgical tray with lots of instruments, and there's like a big notebook right next to the thing.
I'll take a look at it. So,
all right, you head over to that, and that's when the flesh sort of ripples as you draw near, like something reacted to your proximity. You look that way, and what kind of light source do you have?
I have basically my eyes actually glow slightly, so when I look at them, I can actually illuminate.
Okay. Yeah, when you look at it with your eye lights, you can see a humanoid outline within the flesh of this creature, and then it seems the humanoid outline is like a human face and a hand pressed up against the inside of it, and then it moves slightly, like as though it was gesturing to you.
I believe this creature has consumed this a person, and it's still alive.
You can give me a tactical check.
Tactical check.
Oh.
So I don't get grabbed and absorbed. That's going to be 6. Okay. So.
You have no idea. You actually don't know.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I will wave my hand in front of it to see if it actually is responding to any external stimuli.
It is.
Can you speak?
Ooh, give it the finger guns.
Can you respond to?
You can see this too. Yeah.
I give it the finger guns.
Are you getting up close to it?
No, I'm not going any closer than Red Blue is.
Well, Red Blue's very close to it. The rest of you are like at the door to the room. Like,
oh no, I got to finish my cigarettes before I get that close to a monster.
Okay. Yeah. So what are you gonna do, Red Blue?
I will kind of move. Actually, so because I'll just say, if you can hear us auditorily, can you? Can you give us some sign, nod or shake your head?
More faces press up against inside the flesh of the thing.
Oh.
And there's more and more of them. And they start stretching the flesh.
Backing up ever so slightly.
All right.
I can tell you I have no wish to join a conglomeration, considering that I'm also not technically a biological being.
It bursts open, and dozens of people covered in slime pour out of the thing. And what is everyone doing?
Grody to the max. Let's get ready.
So the are you actually we'll do Red Blue's action first. What are you doing this round? What are you doing right now? What is your reaction to this?
Do they look aggressive?
I don't know. What does aggressive look like to you?
Actually, take that back. Do they look like the zombies that we've been dealing with?
They're definitely they're way slimier than the zombies. They don't appear to be wearing. They're wearing shreds of clothing, rags. They
get a bucket and a mop for those wet ass zombies.
Yeah. So you can either let them have the first action, or you can do something. You can't.
Yeah, I think at this point we need to potentially run or find a way to block.
What
them.
are you doing? You can't discuss. You can discuss that. That's your action, is to discuss.
We're running. This is not good.
Okay,
so
you're running. All right. Are the rest of you following, or are you going to?
Hell yeah, coward's way out.
All right. All of you get out of the room.
Let's run past it, like the door on the other side, away from the leech thing.
Okay. So all of you head to the room with a light, and you find a carven stone throne, clearly not of Soviet design, but something they carved out of the walls here, a cement throne, and on it is a mummy. And as you look at the mummy, you all get an intense sense of vertigo as the horizon point, your perspective all pulls into infinity, and your perception, it is like there's this intense vertigo and you're falling and your perspective is changing, and you're no longer in an underground Soviet bunker, you're on Mars. You're in a red city made of vast geometric corridors of stone. The air is harsh and dry and dusty. And the throne is unchanged, but it is very far away. The throne room has gotten much larger. There is a skylight showing the Martian sky above you, and it is having some dim light on that, and it is obviously the light is right over Koshé, the Mummy Lord of Mars, and
of course, the Mummy Lord of Mars.
Yeah. Mummy Lords of Mars, badass.
So, and it, you all feel this intense sense of loneliness and isolation. It is emitting empathetic psionic energy at you, but it. That is all of you are stunned for a moment by this, but you get back up. Let's see, all of you can hear scraping sounds from your sides. There are columns, stone columns on either side of this throne room. So we'll just go again. We'll go with Bindi. What are you doing first?
Take a look at the rest of the room.
You survey the room, and you can see that there are 4 other mummies. They are costumed in gold. They wear elaborate masks and carry very ornate but very, very sharp-looking pole arms. And they are very agile. They're very mobile, unlike Koshé. Koshé is just sitting there on his throne. These attendants look pretty, mobile. and look like they know how to use those pole arms. They're standing by. They have their weapons ready, but they're not charging you or anything right now. So that's your action, is to spot all 5 of them. 2 on each side. 1 is up by the throne itself. And let's see here. Red, blue.
So just kind of looking around in shock.
Mm-hmm.
But you said we are seeing the person right now attempt to make communication. Like, hello.
Okay, you're trying to talk with it. All right, give me creativity.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. 7.
Okay. So with a 7, you remember what the administrator wanted you to do. Clearly, it's been in contact with this thing before, and it wants to go in the space shuttle. So if you communicate that you're here to take it to the space shuttle, it'll probably not be hostile. But on the other hand, yeah. So that's what you've, with the partial success, that's what you figure out. Okay. If you, yeah. So, Rush, what do you want to do?
How many attendants are there?
There's 2 on each side and 1 up by the throne itself. So 5 total.
So there's 5 ads. Mm-hmm. Should we just try to gun for the big dog, or should take care of his partners first?
I mean, you're talking with your comrades, but this is sort of like, yeah. Everyone else seems to be uncertain about what to do. You can't try and make a skill check of some kind to figure out more information.
Oh, I have a +1 in creativeness, which involves diplomacy. I don't know. Should I be crazy enough to just wander in there and just give him a sales pitch?
Yeah, you can make a creativity check. You can make you haven't. Yeah, I would. Yeah, so you can make a creativity check.
You got my vote.
Okay. And my goal with this would be to convince him that the shuttle ain't coming.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
+1.
Oof.
Okay, 5.
That is not. You do not. You're trying to figure out how to communicate that without. But you cannot figure out a way to get that idea across. So, yeah.
Crap.
Yep. I think the only person who hasn't acted yet is Psycho Blast Man.
I'm just keeping an eye on the door, because didn't a thing full of greasy dudes just burst?
Well, you're no longer in that bunker. You're now in Mars, and that door no longer.
Look, I don't know whether I'm on Mars or whether I just think I'm on Mars. So I'm looking back at where the door was with my shotgun in hand.
That's a good point. It seems to lead into a corridor of darkness. Further into the city itself.
And if anything comes out of that corridor of darkness, I'm going to make a corridor of darkness in it.
Okay. All right. So you're at a standoff. So yeah, you can try to escape. Perhaps you're right. This is an illusion, and if you run far enough, you'll get out of the illusion's effect, and you'll be able to escape. Or you could stay. Or you can negotiate with it. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can't do, but they're waiting for you to do something. They're not taking they're not going to attack you without reason, it seems like.
We can also at least just ask questions, and see what else we can get from them.
Yeah, you could do. Yeah, what do you want to say to it?
Why does God need a starship?
Yeah. At least a turn. Actually, why do you need to convert humans in order to get to this new planet?
A wave of something falls over you. You feel something. Now you can give me a creativity check to interpret those feelings into an answer.
Okay.
It's an empath. It's not a telepath. It can't tell you.
Okay.
But it can give you feelings.
Okay.
And maybe you can interpret that.
I'm a very cold, logical robot. Your feelings mean nothing to me.
It turns out, yeah, weirdly enough. So,
look, I told you I don't have a serial port.
Why are you asking about Count Chocula at this stage of the game?
All right, yeah. What are you gonna do? They are waiting for you to take an action. They have all the time in the world, it seems.
Oh, because they're mummies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mummy Lord of Mars.
Okay.
Mars needs mummies.
God. Oh.
All the things to remember. Damn it.
Oh.
Kind of want to watch Ghosts of Mars now. Yeah.
All right. We can. Well, wait. If they say that we were supposed to bring them out here, if we can bring them out of this particular reality too, we might be
Crochet
or
Mummy Lord.
or Crochet.
Yeah.
Or Crochet, we might be able to restrain him. So,
Well,
we could at least give him the original time saying the shuttle is ready.
Look, I'm just a simple country blast man, but I suspect that if we try to be like it's time to go to the ship, his spear guard might want to come with him.
Maybe.
True, but they could say that that the administrator has requested his presence alone.
He might go for it. All I'm saying.
Okay.
Simple country blast man.
All right. We'll just give that direction to you specifically that the administrator has asked for your presence alone, with no entourage.
Yeah, no guards. No guards, please.
All right. Well, Rush is your best creative person. He can try again. Yeah.
Translating again.
Mm-hmm.
Here he go.
Rush, you speak the language of the dead, right?
7. How plain.
Obviously not a native speaker, but you got it.
Yeah. It works. They seem to the guard next to Crochet gestures towards him and gestures for you to come up. You run.
That I do.
All right. You ascend the stairs. He's on a little pyramid, stone pyramid in the middle of the throne room. It's very high up on a stone throne. And when you pick him up, they let's see here.
I pick him up?
Yeah. Yeah, he's very light. He is a very desiccated, but still firm corpse. And when you do that, the guards, they follow, but as like an honor guard, they sort of slowly march after you.
Oakley dokily.
So with that, suddenly you're back in the Soviet bunker.
That was me, y'all.
Yeah. You have Crochet and 4 attendants with you.
Neat. Let's get him in a little fishbowl.
Well, yeah. So when you go there, the nothing, you don't hear anything coming out of the human room, and you take the stairs or the elevator back up.
I don't know. I kind of want to check the humid room.
You could. Do you want? All right. I mean, you can. Do you want to?
Yes.
All right. You go over and you open it up, and you see a bunch of slimy footprints leading further into the bunker.
Yeah, okay, well, closing the door and going back with the team now.
I ain't want to deal with Slimefoot today.
So yeah, you go back up the elevator. You start heading up to the surface.
Yeah, I guess the slime guys went the other way. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. Let's see. The administrator hears you. He can't hear. It's like, comrades, I believe you have our esteemed guest, is Crochet with you.
Yes.
Excellent. Be sure to show him so that no one is harmed, so that no one is alarmed by your presence. We don't want any guards to shoot you or anything. Or the
Sweet,
war.
He's the master key.
Or the war construct to be used against you.
Oh.
Yes, and you certainly don't want to anger the dreamer. So, yes, please display him prominently and take him directly to the shuttles. The attendants, there will be flight engineers there who will priests who will put him in the shuttle. Your duty only merely take him to the shuttle. They will put him inside the shuttle, and then you can watch You can come with us. Well, we shall all go to Utopia.
All right, man. This is gonna be like when we went to like Cape Canaveral to watch the spaceship blast off. Let's do this, dude.
All right. Yeah. All of you can give me a creativity check.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's a 7.
5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's outside of Bendy's pay grade. Like, I don't know.
Nope. I have a 6. Or no, wait. I'm sorry, a 5. Or yeah,
6,
5.
yeah.
Well, no, I have a -1 to creativity.
Damn. Fucking got you.
Look, my solution to most things is shoot it with shotgun, or transform and shoot it with shotgun, or transform and shoot it with shotgun and explode.
Yeah, that's true. And you already did that one. So you, well, Bendy, you realize if it's taking everybody, if everyone gets to go to Utopia, not just what's in that shuttle gets to go to Utopia, that's interesting. There's probably like a radius of who gets to go to Utopia or who doesn't.
There probably is a radius.
Yeah. So the hiker or the guy you freed is coming with you. He's like, I think he has a backpack with him. I think my name is Alan. I remember more now. I got lost in a forest once, and I was so lost. I was desperate, but I had a dream, and I dreamed I wanted to get to not be alone so more. And the dreamer came to me, and he said, "You can, but when I call for you, you must come." And this is what happened. I came here. I think the dreamer came from another world. Has been collecting wanderers and people who are lost, so they can come with it on a long trip. I'm not sure I want to take that trip. I think
Story definitely checks out.
I think there's another dreamer, but it died, and the people with it, I think they don't know what they are anymore. They think they're just going to go below in the dark and wait for something. I don't know. Anyways, you're all in the funicular at this point. So.
Oh, hey, since we're not sneaking anymore, I'm going to open some more crates while we're waiting.
Yeah, there looks like like I said, machine parts, and looks like they were swapping out things, and they were cannibalizing the base to repair the shuttle completely. Yeah. I mean, if you make a tactical check, you could try and figure more things out or answer a question.
No, I was just seeing what was in the boxes. Okay. I'm not smart.
All right,
Okay.
fair enough.
I can analyze it for you just in case. So,
I mean, if you want.
yeah, no, we're just accompanying right now because I don't want to do anything on the funicular where we all could just plummet to our deaths.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's a 9.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like, those attendants look pretty beefy. If you want to fight, maybe it is good because then you can knock them off and they won't be able to chase you. You don't know how to...
Ooh.
Yeah, so...
And then once they're gone, if we kill them before it gets to the top, we can just pick up the mummy guy again and everyone will leave us alone.
Yeah.
It's an escort mission.
True.
So, yeah.
Oh! In that case, I know what I want to do.
Okay. Yeah. If you're wanting
I'm going to surprise...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, yeah, I would say all of you realize if you're planning to, like, turn on them at some point, your best place is in the funicular.
Sweet.
Because that's where the fewest number of them are, and you have more options to instantly kill the attendants rather than try and whittle them down, or at least knock them off the ledge so, they can't chase after you. Yeah.
I'm going to surprise attack one of them with a shotgun.
All right. That's definitely violent, and that's definitely
8.
8, yeah. Go ahead and roll. I was surprised. That's enough.
7.
All right, with 7, I assume you were trying to knock them off the ledge.
Yes.
Okay. 7 in one go is enough to knock them off the ledge. So one of them goes flying out into the darkness. I would say all of you are professionals. All of you could have a surprise action because you all gave each other meaningful looks.
Everyone else gave each other meaningful looks. Psycho Blast Man just shot one of them.
Also, your opponents are ancient mummies. They're not very observant. Their eye sockets no longer exist. They kind of sense things, but they're not exactly capable of subtle, meaningful looks.
The way I like to imagine it is everyone else is like giving each other like subtle looks and like small like tactical hand movements and gestures, and Psycho Blast Man just opened all the crates, got bored, and shot one of them.
Yeah. So Rush, what do you want to do?
Gee. I'm going to take cover and get my slingshot out and take a shot.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, come on. You don't just want to sneak attack scythe one of them?
Well, I only got 4 health. This is a dicey situation.
No,
here.
you got healed up
I'm
to
already
6,
hawked to death.
You're
at 6, actually.
Yeah, you're back to full.
Oh, well. Still, I mean, that's no reason to be stupid.
Doesn't matter.
Right,
yeah, you're a lot safer because you use a slingshot. Because that's a lot. They're not in melee range with you, and there's only 3 left, so they may not attack you next round. So very good. Red, blue.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the railgun guitar out and just take the one of those. Try to take them out.
Railgun.
Come on. 8. Yeah, just right over the edge. Damage.
Yeah. 8 in one go is enough to. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
1 is not.
3 damage.
That'll be 3 damage. So, but
that is not enough to knock him off the edge. He has 2 armor, so you've inflicted 1 damage.
Oh, darn it.
Yep.
Thanks, Dice Spot.
Yep. Yep. So there's 3 mummies left. Yeah, basically you can also do sort of maneuvers to just knock him off the ledge without doing damage directly.
Which that's my thought.
Forceful or reflexive or I don't know. Yeah. What are you thinking, Bendy?
So since I'm standing right next to my good friend Psycho, I'm just going to whip the chain off of his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Flick the end of it around behind that guy's legs, so that the other end comes to my hand, give a solid 2-handed yank so that particular mummy gets tripped over the edge, and then put the chain right back onto Psycho.
Okay. Well, I mean, then he'll be hooked to the thing. Like if you're wrapping around them, he's going to be...
You can keep the chain for the moment. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, just chain yank.
All right. Yeah.
We're just going to...
Reflexive. Yeah.
Yeah, just a quick little squeep.
Damn, yeah.
12.
Well, it's a 10. It's not double 6s. So, but it's not.
Yeah.
That's enough to get another one out. So the one that took 1 point of damage is now gone. Or no, it's a different one. So yeah. So there's 2 mummies left, and I believe that's everybody's actions. So new round. Let's see here. No one meleeed anyone, so no one's in immediate range. So, actually, but they have pole arms. They have pretty good reach. I'd say, Psycho Blastman, you're going to need to make some sort of reflex to not get hit by a pole arm.
I'm going to dive. Well, because rage gives me a bonus when I'm violent and stupid. I'm going to run closer to it.
Yeah.
To attempt to get within its spear range.
Mm-hmm. I'd say if you get double 6s, you can just knock him off the ledge by charging him.
Oof. Nope.
All right. This is going to hurt.
I only get 5, so yeah, no, I'm not good.
3, only 3 damage. I rolled a 1. Damn.
All right, I'm down to 7.
Yeah, that could have done up to 8. So that would have been bad. But let's see here. That's the first one, and that was your action. You avoided this round. So let's see here. Rush, you can go next. No one. The other one is focused on Bendy. But yeah, you can go next, Rush.
All right, yeah, I'll just take another shot.
All right.
A 9er. All right.
All right.
1d6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
One-zo!
All right. The slingshot bounces off its armor. Does nothing. Because it has 2 armor. So
that's rough.
yeah. Bendy, you're going to the remaining last one is going to try and attack you with its Vorpal sharp polearm. So reflex would be very useful.
Yeah, I'm just going to slide between his legs.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Oh, wait. Yeah, 8. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. He has very good reflex. So that's all you're able to do because you got a partial. But you avoid, getting killed, so or getting hit by that thing. So that's good. So and then red blue. What are you gonna do?
Take another shot. We'll see if I can get him this time. 8, yes.
All right. So you're shooting. Which one are you shooting? The one that's attacking Psycho or the one that's attacking Bendy?
The one that was attacking Bendy.
Okay. To hit that, yeah. So you shoot it. You do get a partial. So the compromise is that you're going to your shot hits the thing. Well, roll damage first, actually.
Okay. Yeah. That'll be 6 damage. So
it'll be 4 because it has armor.
2 armor. Yeah.
So it's still up. I'm gonna say your shot does go through it though. And puts a hole through the funicular. And as the hole is like right in front of where Bendy goes through, so he sticks his hand through it, and it gets stuck. So Bendy, you're going to be at a disadvantage you're going to be at a -2 on your next action, reflex wise. So yeah, complications. Shooting the melee is dangerous. Let's see, new round. Let's see, Psycho Blast Man. The guy's going to keep swinging that polearm at you.
I mean, do I get any bonus against him for my defensive action last time being stepping closer to past the edge of the spear range to make it harder for him to stab me?
You can just use the butt of your shotgun to attack and defend at the same time. So you'll do 1d6 damage. But if you do that, you can choose whether it's like you can hit or take damage or do both. Does that make sense?
Yes. Although I am this close.
Or you could try and flip him. You can try and with a forceful. You can try and throw him.
I think I'm just gonna shoot him with a shotgun.
Okay, then you'll take damage for sure.
All right.
Okay. But if you roll enough damage, then you knock him off because shotgun blasts work like that.
All right, 8.
All right, roll damage.
All right, 2d6. Come on. Only 6.
6.
So 4.
Yep, 4. He's still there, so he will hit you. Not a D62. So that's 6 damage.
Oof! I'm down to 1.
All right. Let's
5.
Yeah, don't worry. You got Rush there. He can bring you back. Don't worry about it. So, let's see here. Next up is Bendy. Your hands stuck in the floor that was made by the railgun. You can still act, but you're at -2 on reflex checks. So for this round, as you're pulling your hand out, actually,
I'm just gonna grab the floor with that hand.
Mm-hmm.
Because thankfully that puts me right in range, grab leg bone, and just tip him over.
Okay.
The side.
All right. So yeah, big.
I'm going to use the hole for leverage.
No, it's not that big enough for him to fit in. It's just big enough for your hole. For your.
Well,
hand.
that's what I'm saying. It's big enough for my hand, right?
Yeah,
so I'm going to grab the bottom of the vernacular, and just that's the fulcrum. Other arm is lever. Tip the thing over.
Okay. So if you get a partial, you'll do it, but you'll get hit by the pole arm. So if you get
that's fine.
Okay.
I'm unmarked so far, so.
Yep.
Oh, that's a 10. That's a 12. No, that's full success.
Well, yeah, it would be at the reflex would just be straight up, so that's still 10. So, you Big risk, big reward. So you get that one down. Let's see here. Rush.
Yeah. I'm just going to stay back and take another shot.
All right.
It's an 8. Okay. 5 damage.
All right. Let's see. That gets him 3. That actually is enough to kill him because he was already wounded previously. So how does your slingshot end this mummy?
Just clean through the center of his head. Like I put it between his eyes, but like on the back of his dome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you put it right between his eyes.
Yeah.
You put it right between his eyes, and then the bullet clangs against the back of his helmet like a ringing bell.
Nice.
Dennis, the menace to society.
Aw. Yeah. Pretty. Yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, you just have Koshe now, an inert mummy. So, and you're getting close to the surface now. What are you going to do?
Koshe must die?
Well,
Do I have to wait till my next turn to like use my improvise thingamajig?
Oh, yeah, you can, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You can do that.
There's all sorts of stuff I found in these crates you can improvise a mummy killing weapon with.
Well, you have Koshe with you. You can kill him. The only thing is, if you kill him, you don't know how the undead Soviets at the surface are going to deal with you. So,
oh yeah, that's true.
Okay.
He is our
leave with
master
him.
key.
Yeah.
We could leave with him because they're not going anywhere without him.
Well, they might follow us, but yeah, if we get to the vehicles with our one surviving guy,
Yeah, we're good. So.
All right. So
Then we just take Koshe back to Fist HQ, and it's somebody else's fisting problem.
all right. So you all get who's carrying Koshe, by the way?
I think Rush was.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. All right. So Rush, you're carrying Koshe. By the way, Red Blue, have you transformed yet, or are you still?
No, I have not.
Okay. All right.
I've been keeping that in reserve. So.
All right. Fair enough. So all of you are get to the surface, and there are dozens of workers and soldiers, and they clearly have a link to Koshe. There's no way of hiding it. They are watching you intently, and they have weapons. And there is another armored fighting vehicle in the distance with its cannon pointed at you. And there is some sort of strange stone humanoid thing that appears to have intricate like metal workings on it. And you're guessing this is the Martian war construct. Yeah, but
That seems bad.
seems bad, but none of them are doing anything to you. You do have a really good hostage, it turns out. Yeah. I would say you could tell that they are going to try and sneak around you to get one of you as a hostage to try and negotiate. Everyone can try and. Well, I mean, what's the plan? Are you just going to make a run for it and try and get to your vehicles? Or are you going to try and force them to back down? Yeah.
Okay.
Let's make a run.
Okay, yep, that's reflexes. So,
All right, here we go.
All right, go for it.
Cue the yakety sax.
I very likely will not make this because it's not loud, bloody, and violent. So that means I am at a disadvantage.
So.
Oh, wait. I got an idea. By make a run for it, I'm just going to get to my motorcycle with the sidecar.
Well, this is the roll. You have to make a roll to get to the motorcycle with the side.
Yeah.
Which you do, obviously.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep. So it looks like we're still waiting for Red Blue, but
I'm back. So.
Okay, go and make a reflex check. Rush just started running.
Yeah, I have another idea.
Okay.
So I want to be able to give everybody else the time that they need to. So I'm going to go ahead and transform.
Okay.
So I step out into the middle of that You take off, unzip the jacket. You see one belt that has a belt buckle that has a circle in the middle of it that is red, one side, blue.
Mm-hmm.
He just says in a simple voice, that's like approval for transformation, and then a voice comes out of it. Approval given. And you see him transform into the much more robotic version of it, which I will go ahead and put in the picture as well.
Nerd stuff.
Yes. In general. One very normal hand, one clawed hand. And I'm going to use forceful for intimidation factor to basically prevent the other zombies or that from tracking us, basically staring them down and giving everybody else the time to get to the bike or the truck.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So I dare you to attack me. Which watch.
Yeah, taunt them.
Let me do this in actual dice rolling.
That'd help. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be 10.
Okay. So with that, you, even though, let's see.
Psycho Blast Man is just like jogging slowly away.
Yeah.
I'm going to loop around back with the Vike and just sidecar for you. Just get in.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, so even though Rush and Psycho Blastman ran and faltered, your transformation, Red Blue, forced all of the undead to back off. And even though the cannon is now tracking you specifically, none of them you're able to keep them all intimidated enough for fear of their god's destruction, obviously. That they do not open fire on you until, and because you got a 10, you don't have to like sacrifice your position. You don't have to like keep them focused on you while the others get away. You can all get to the vehicles.
Yay, vehicles.
So, here's the thing. Everyone gets to a vehicle. Now you can, the thing is, now that you're driving away with your god, Rush, are you throwing the god down, or are you going to keep Koshe the mummy with you?
Now kill it! Kill it instantly!
With me.
You're taking it with you, okay?
Don't we?
Yeah.
Wait, I mean, we got to run away with him, right?
Well, you don't know how they'll react if you try and take their god away from the site.
Do the instant death move! Kill it!
Am I killing this thing or not, dudes?
That's up to you.
Kill it!
I think with
Fine, I'm going to kill it. All right.
I
use my super duper ability that kills him instantly.
Living forever is bullshit.
All right. You do that. Everyone's going to need to get to cover immediately.
Damn it.
So, yeah.
Hey, you have armor. You're fine.
Everyone give me a reflex check.
I mean, I'm in the sidecar of the...
The shuttle starts glowing very brightly. You know you need to get to that ditch real quickly.
That's going to be a failure.
All right.
Well, it's not violence based, so I don't like my odds.
Well, you are in my sidecar, so...
Well, I mean, if you're just driving us into the ditch, I'm fine with it.
All right.
Like, that was my plan.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, I'll just sit.
Okay. In that case, let's see here. Red, blue. You take 2 damage.
Which way 1 for my armor.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought you had 2 armor when you're transformed.
I do, but I had a negative armor because of my henshin ability, so it only goes to 1.
That's only when you're in normal form.
No,
is it?
No,
So
I think it's regardless. I think it's just like an inherent thing.
No, it says -1 to armor in normal form.
Okay.
Because I also have that ability.
Okay, so that means I would actually get the 2, or
Yeah.
You're
okay.
Yep.
Then I take nothing. So
Yep. So in that case, Bendy, you know, one that Psycho Blastman is about dead. If you cover him, you can take the damage for him.
okay.
No, this is
Bendy, not you.
Bendy, sorry. Sorry.
It's up to you, Bendy.
But yeah,
We may need to explode things later.
Yep. All right.
I can only do that once a day.
Oof. Bendy, do you have any armor, or do you have more than 6?
I do.
All right. You take. 6.
I actually have both of those things. I have armor of 1 and 9 hit points.
Well, now you have.
You have 4 hit points.
You have 4 hit points. As you cushion Psycho Blast Man with your body. And boy, does that hurt from the blast waves. And then finally, Rush. Did you make your reflex check? You did. Yay. So you don't take any damage because you made it. Yay. So the site explodes.
I was wondering what we were going to do about that shuttle, but never mind.
Yeah.
Taken care of.
There's a massive explosion. You all are surprised to see Alan made it out too. He's in the same ditch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God for load-bearing mummies.
Yeah. And the Koche has turned into dust. Yeah. And you have survived the Red City. Mission accomplished. If any of you think you advanced your character, then you advanced.
I did not.
Okay. Wait, weren't you an Avenger? I think you.
Well, yeah, but I didn't find anything that indicated anything about the organization that made me. So,
let's see. Oh, yeah, defeated someone who is wronging others in the same way. I mean, these people.
Oh, is that how? Oh, it doesn't have to be directly related.
Defeated someone who is wronging others in the same way. They definitely
Oh, okay then.
The Dreamer lured people away. Like Alan was a victim, and he was going to blow up. Like, yeah.
All right. Yeah. Look, I didn't think it counted, but then I definitely advance. I was wrong. You are right. Give me advancement.
Mm-hmm, yeah. So yeah, that's Fist, and that's I added some things to the Red City adventure. In particular, I read a Junji Ito story today.
Ooh, which one?
The Thing That Drifted Ashore.
Nice.
Which is a story new to
nice.
me, and it's about a giant sea creature that is found with like lots of people inside of it that are still alive, like humans. So, So I kind of modified it so the Red City was like a 2-page outline of a scenario. So I just added some shit to it. It was like, yeah, let's make it weirder. But that is the premise. You go to this place, and the Soviets got to Mars and brought back a mummy lord, and now they're undead, and it's gone.
It wants to go home.
Yeah, they want to go home. Yeah, if you bring the Koche, if you went into the space shuttle site, you would have found the living dreamer inside the cargo bay, full of people, in a giant eel creature that was sleeping. And yeah, if Koche got in the shuttle, everything would have just faded like a mirage. So yeah, and who knows where they went. So
well, fuck them. They don't get to do that.
Yeah. Well, no, the rocket launches and then the city fades like a mirage. So yeah, yeah, they clearly don't get to do that. It blew up, and yeah, who knows what happens after that? But you all survived. Yay! Only one death technically. So yeah,
I'm fine with being responsible for only the second most impressive explosion in this mission. I accept that.
Yeah. Yeah. Question, comments, suggestions. You guys have fun?
Actually, I'm curious. Awesome. What would have happened if I had not blown up that ritual?
I mean, you could have just snuck around them and gotten further into the base. Like the engineer priest wouldn't have done a whole lot. Like it was very cool, but like they were.
Although we might have had to deal with them on the way out.
Like it would have been easy. Yeah, you might have had to deal with them on the way out. But if you had Koche with you, they were also going to play nice.
Well, I mean, I also basically can't sneak, or at least I'm very unlikely to be able to. So
yeah, but. You could have grabbed one of the priests and had him talk to you and answer questions, and he would have.
I mean, that probably would have filled in a lot of those gaps.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I kind of made the administrator up on the spot, so I could give you some exposition, like
because I blew up all of the exposition again.
Yeah, I put in. This is where they get the exposition. It's like, no, okay, well, all right. Dad's very eager to show this combo off. All right.
Look, I see a summoning ritual, and my immediate reflex is kill everyone there.
Yeah, it was more just a morale ceremony. Just like, we're about to do this, gang. Yay! After all these years, we're definitely going to Utopia. Yay!
Yep. Well,
guy?
I sent them there via a shortcut.
Yeah, so the Dreamer does take people who are lost and offers them a deal. I'll guide you back to civilization if you come with me when I call you. And now it's pulling who knows how many people to it to go off to the Utopia. So yeah.
We know how many people get pulled now. 0.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's true.
No one going.
The exact number, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, any other thoughts?
Well, I'm sorry I keep blowing up plot hooks of yours across different games, Ross.
It's fine.
But at a certain point, I blame you for that.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, I do love. No, I really do like the system overall. So it was very simple and easy to kind of do what we needed to. So
Chris, any thoughts?
I super like how easy it was to create a character.
Yeah.
Very simple to jump in and start having fun.
I do like, I forgot whose idea it was, but to have 2 characters per player. I think I might do that in a future adventure. It was someone before we started recording. I might do like a pseudo peasant funnel adventure where everyone has 2 commandos and I just ramp it up even further. Yeah.
Bad idea.
Yeah.
No, that'd be a good idea, yeah.
Especially if somebody like Chris's Rush stays behind. It's like, yeah, I'll bring you back from the dead. No worries. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was also the thing is we made all our characters sort of separately, so there wasn't much regard for like how we could kind of abuse the system.
Yeah. Well, combat is very swingy, as you can tell. Like you get like all those guys were doing D6+2 with their blade pole arms at the end. So like if one of them had gotten a good hit, that would have been a dead character. So like it was very like it could have gone very poorly very quickly.
Yeah, because there's like mooks and then there's tougher dudes and
I only threw like 1 armored vehicle at you instead of like so I'll probably do some more. I'll probably run this again with like 2 characters per player and see how that works because their characters are easier enough to generate and to run and control. So like it's easier to have a larger spread of abilities and stuff like that. So David, any thoughts?
Well, PBTA, it's fun, it's quick, it's easy. It's I think it did all of the things that it needed to and hit all of the spots. I loved it.
Yeah. We'll definitely do some more.
Also, I have to say that that old adage of when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail kind of fits. Like I kept trying to think, all right, what are ways that I can trick shoot this? But I was also thinking, what are different ways that Chris can bring things back from the dead? And I kept thinking, all he has to do.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that the best answer for the mummy thing, and I couldn't think of how to say it, was just use your ability to talk to death. Bring one of these mummies back from the dead. Suddenly he'll just fall to pieces because he'll be an old man.
Yeah. Let's see. So it is a lot of fun. Yeah, and there's obviously, and super weird or more realistic with it, or not realistic, but like more. This was.
Yeah, I do like the list of inspirations. The A-Team, Doom Patrol, Metal Gear Solid, Offworlders, Simple World, and World of Dungeons.
Yep. So, I'm definitely going to get weird with this. Just keep it like this will be the baseline. It'll just get weirder from here.
I love that.
Yeah. So
I am thoroughly looking forward to the next time that we get to bring our fist commandos back together again.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
See you guys next time.